at worryfreeroof.com. As we look ahead to the Yorktown offense, first opportunity here on the football field to start this football game. At the 40-yard lines where they'll set up, sophomore Blair Webster under center. Set eye, he'll take the snap, give it to big J.J. Evans, move through the left side, find some running room with physicality, gets a yard short of the 45 to gain 4 at the 44-yard line. Let's check out the starting lineups brought to you by Mitch Pittman Law. We mentioned Blair Webster. He's the quarterback for this Yorktown crew. The single setback will be J.J. Evans. The lead blocker, Justin Wills, who's the fullback. Outside wide receiver Robbie Hook. Inside will be Alex Gibson. And the tight end back after out last week, Walker Moore will be in the formation. 2nd and 6 at the 44. Give to Evans right side. This time he'll fall right into the arms of the defensive end on that side. Good stop by Muncie Central's Titus Waters. And they really like Titus Waters there on the end, Rob Fisher.
Yes, I heard Coach talking very highly about him with you in the interview. And he's high on a lot of these defensive players.
Brings up 3rd and 4.
The offensive line tackles are Jackson New, Ian Bully. The guards, Jason Williams, Caleb Stevens. In the center is Jonas Stockler. An early 3rd down opportunity for Yorktown here. 3rd and 4 at their own 47. Surveys left, surveys right. Snap taken by Webster. Give right back to J.J. Evans, and in the backfield, or maybe back to the line of scrimmage is where Evans will get the tackle made by Woodrow Elliott, and a 4th down right away for Yorktown here. They will punt it away. What a great stop so far for Muncie Central, and they love Woodrow Elliott as well, Rob Fisher.
That's another kid he talked to you about in the pregame that he's very high on. He said, watch out for this kid, and there you go. Proof's in the pudding.
We'll see if this is a punting situation, and indeed, Walker Moore will be back deep to punt this one away for the Yorktown Tigers here at Yorktown High School, and the first turnover, or the first 3 and out for Yorktown last week came in the 3rd quarter, this time in their first series. As Moore gets the snap, gets it away, back deep to receive. Damar Woods Haskins picks it up at the 20. He'll look left, won't find any running room, pushed out of bounds. One of the men was freshman Jalen Thomas to push him out of bounds, but that's where Muncie Central will start for their first offensive series. Max Pittman, the senior quarterback, he stands at 6'1", will be under center. Shaka Griffin, though, is the headliner. Nearly 1,600 yards last year in his sophomore season. Wide receivers are Michael Lowe and Davion Ivey. Slots are Michael Gross and Damar Woods Haskins, the latter of the two they're very excited about in the open field. The offensive line tackles are Skylar Meir, Riley White, Jamison Beatty, and Jordan Stegall are the guards, and Jason Orr is the center. There are 4 wide receivers to the right-hand side, and this is where it gets really, really interesting when it comes to Muncie Central, because Yorktown has not seen film, has not seen anything on this Muncie Central team, their first game of the year. 1st and 10 at the 22. Design screen to the right. It bounces out of the hands of Demarion Walker and onto the ground. Michael Lowe couldn't reel in the wide receiver screen. There were 4 wide to the right, and they were all tight. That's an incompletion. 2nd down comes up, Rob Fisher.
Empty backfield. That's very surprising. I didn't expect that either. Yeah, we'll see what they go with here. 2nd and 10.
9:49 in the first, no score. Yorktown's first offensive possession, a 3 and out. Here's a 2nd and 10 at their own 22 for Muncie Central. This time, Shaka Griffin to the right of Max Pittman, the quarterback in the gun. Stacked wide receivers, 2 to the right, 2 to the left. This is a quick pass left for Michael Gross. He'll try to cut up field, not find much, maybe a yard across the 20 down to the 21-yard line to actually get him right back to the line of scrimmage. So instead of a loss of 1, it's right back to the line of scrimmage. Here's a quick 3rd down for Muncie Central. Both defenses setting the tone here early. They'll give him a yard on the wide receiver screen. It's a 3rd and 9 at their own 23. Ball on the near side hash. Pittman looks to the right, has Griffin to his left, 3 wide receivers. Pittman takes the snap, gives to Shaka Griffin, but before he can get through the line, a flag flies, and it rests at the 30. This one is a dead ball, false start on Muncie Central, backing them up 5 to make this a 3rd and 14.
Makes it a little bit tougher now. Got to be a passing down, it looks like.
They were going to run on 3rd down and 10 from the shotgun. And Darkley said expect just about anything this year. We like our skill position players better. We also like the ability to spread it around and not necessarily give all those carries to Shaka Griffin. Here's the 3rd and 14 from their own 18. It's Pittman. The give to Griffin, right-hand side. He'll spin out of a tackle and then run into a sea of green jerseys right-hand side, well short of the 20, down to the 19. And most certainly a punting situation here for Muncie Central. So both defenses settling in, both offenses with the 3 and out to start, Rob.
Good start for both defenses. Yeah, I was very impressed with both of them. A little surprised on that opening play by Central, but I kind of like it too.
Yorktown held Anderson to less than 100 yards total offense last week. If you take away the 48-yarder at the end of regulation, it would have been right around 55 yards. It was spectacular by Yorktown last week on the defensive side. The punter here is chased back on a 4th down and 12 from their own 20. The clock is running at 8:08 and counting here at Yorktown High School. His back foot is resting on the 5-yard line as Muncie Central tries to get in another man, and this will run out the clock. It's a flag, so it will be a delay of game for Muncie Central, and will give them even less room to get this one away. And now Beck's back foot is resting on the goal line as he awaits the punt. 8 minutes in the first, no score. Yorktown for an opportunity to return this one. The snap, Beck gets it away. Back deep to receive. This is Alex Gibson. He'll wave his hand in the air, and he threw it up in the air, and it went through his hands. But I think Gibson got on it at the last second at the Muncie Central 44. Nearly a miscue, but Yorktown somehow recovers, and that's where they'll take over.
Lucky young man right there. There was 2 Central guys right there to jump on it.
So 7:52 left here in the first quarter. No score just yet. Jones Auto Body fixes paint, chips, collision repair, and more. Give J.R. Fannin and his staff a call at 284-2593 so they can diagnose the problem and get you back on the road. Jones Auto Body proud to support all Delaware County schools. 1st and 10 at the 44, Muncie Central. Right back to J.J. Evans, his 4th carry already, and he's still on his feet across the 40, upended near the 38-yard line in the middle of the field. It's a good 7 on 1st down for J.J. Much better, his best run of the day.
That's a great run there. I don't think anybody touched him at the line of scrimmage. Got into that 2nd level.
Last week, 14 rushes, 103 yards in his first 3-touchdown game. His second 100-yard game of his career, nearly 7 yards per carry. I'd say that's pretty good.
Not bad. Not bad.
2nd and 3 at the 37 of Muncie Central. Give right back to Evans, 5th in a row, and he'll go on the ground, tumble across the line of scrimmage, and get across the 35 down to the 34 to move the chains. First down for Yorktown tonight. Every single play has been to the belly of J.J. Evans early.
Very talented young man, that's for sure.
He sure is. Plays a significant role on both sides of the football. But most unique back this Yorktown crew has coached, you don't see 6'5" running backs. You just don't see it. Under center, here's Webster on 1st and 10. Pitch outside, Evans again, trying the edge and won't find much. He'll lose a yard. Really good collision between himself and Titus Hayes, who cut down that corner. A loss of 1. Tackle for loss for Hayes. He had 2 a year ago, his first of the year there.
Really good pursuit by Hayes, too.
Muncie Central likes their depth at linebacker. Their defensive front, a 4-3 look. Rondell Green, Titus Waters, we've heard from both of them already. Adam Monroe and Woodrow Elliott are right in the middle as the officials stop play for a moment. And what do we have?
It's like a helmet issue.
Helmet issue, and the man on the tackle a moment ago, Titus Hayes, has to go to the far sideline. Hayes will be the will linebacker, middle linebacker Tristan Whitney, and the rover Michael Lowe. That rover position, he can be a linebacker, he can be an extra safety. He's kind of all over the place, as that terminology would suggest. The cornerbacks, Adonis Logan, Trenton Smith, and free safety Demarion Walker, who's back, started in that position a year ago. Strong safety Quentin Lowe, who's a freshman. It's 2nd and 11. Pitch outside. Evans. Reverse to Gibson. He's got the far side of the field to the 30. Cuts inside and trips just before he could get going. But a good 6-7 yard run that keeps Yorktown in a good position on this 3rd down. He tripped up around the 27-yard line. That's what you do. Give it to Evans and then some trickery to get Alex Gibson involved.
If he hadn't lost his footing, I think he could have gone for a while too.
Gibson had a touchdown reception a week ago from 33 yards and showed the ability to be a tough tackle in the open field. 3rd and 5. Here's the give to Evans right up the middle. He'll tumble. Didn't even stop his momentum until he got to the line to gain and actually got 2 yards more down to the 20-yard line. J.J. Evans, another 1st down, and that's his 7th carry already, just over halfway here in the 1st quarter.
Go to your bell cow. Go to your strength. That's great.
And this is what they didn't have to do a week ago. Lean on J.J. Evans, but they're doing so early. Here's an offset eye right. 1st and 10 at the 20 of Muncie Central. Evans again weaves his way through traffic, redirects inside, trips over the 15, nearly down to the 10, a yard short at the 11. Good vision by Evans, keeps the feet under him and gets a good 9.
J.J. Evans scrambles for a pickup of 7. Brings up 2nd down.
They like the depth they have at running back, but there's not quite the size that J.J. brings at 6'5", and early on trying to wear out that front, and the offensive line settling in on this drive for Yorktown. A 2nd and 2 at the 12-yard line of Muncie Central. Gibson, it goes to the motion to the left of the line. Misdirection left. Evans redirects. He's still on his feet. Looks for the end line. Did he get in? Nope, he's down at the 1-yard line. Just a yard short to gain. That's 11 for J.J., but sets up a goal situation for Yorktown. They're dictating the pace with the power run here. 1st and goal at the 1 for Yorktown.
Another great run by Evans. He's shown a lot of strength, too. He's dragging people with him.
He had 14 carries a week ago, and I believe, if my count's correct, he's already up to carry number 9 here
9.
in the 1st quarter. Blair Webster still in the game at quarterback under center. Formation to the left. Man in motion. They'll give it right back to Evans. He'll go left side of the line, walk in. Touchdown from J.J. Evans. His 4th of the year. His 9th of his career. And Yorktown strikes first here at Yorktown High School. They lead Muncie Central 6-0. 4:21 left in the 1st quarter.
Another great run by Evans. Untouched that time.
His 10th carry on 2 drives for Yorktown here in the 1st quarter. Joey Hazen will attempt the extra point. He was 5 for 6 a week ago against Anderson. And, Mike Williams going to love that drive. There were a couple of adversity situations they found a way through, and J.J. Evans was certainly the heavy carrier on that drive. Snap down, the kickoff from Joey Hazen, and it is through. Yorktown leads 7-0. 4:21 left in the 1st quarter. We're back with you right after this on Muncie Sports Station.
Sparks Computerized Car Care on West Bethel Avenue in Muncie is your complete auto service and maintenance shop in Muncie. Family owned and operated since 1990 with over 100 years of combined experience. Standard maintenance, tire service, brake repair, engine, transmission, and more. Sparks Computerized Car Care will take care of you bumper to bumper. Schedule an appointment online at sparksauto.net. That's sparksauto.net. Sparks Computerized Car Care in Muncie.
For more than 35 years, online and through our branch office locations, Ruoff Mortgage has helped people discover, finance, and move into their homes with confidence. From the moment you send in an application to the day you get the keys, Ruoff keeps things moving exceptionally fast. By sharing knowledge and professional guidance, Ruoff Mortgage helps people see the potential and excitement in the homeownership experience. Visit one of our convenient branch locations or get started online at ruoff.com.
High school football on Muncie's Sports Station.
When players get injured, they have a team of doctors to help get them back on the field. If you've been injured, think you may have a claim, you may need a team as well. Call Mitch Pippin for a free consultation at 282-0282 or visit his website. It's MitchPippinLaw.com. Yorktown strikes first. They lead 7-0 after a drive that started at the 44 of Muncie Central, and it was J.J. Evans once, J.J. Evans a couple times. How about 10 here in the first quarter?
Well, he's fun to watch. I'm really enjoying watching the strength he has. There's been a couple of times where nobody's even touched him. So let's see if we can see more of Shaka Griffin in this possession here. I've got a feeling we will.
4:21 left in the first quarter, and Muncie Central set to receive the kickoff here from Joey Hazen. Back deep to receive. Damar Woods-Haskins for Muncie Central played a pivotal role on the basketball team a year ago and now coming out for the football team, and they love his speed in the open field, and these are the situations where they want to get him open field space. Hazen, his right hand in the air. He walks, now he trots, and his right foot into the football as it's chopped and over the head of an intended recipient for Muncie Central. And Damar Woods-Haskins has to just fall on it. The man that it went over the head of was Michael Gross, and he thought it was going to go out of bounds, and it just stayed in. And so Muncie Central is going to start in not so favorable situation at their own 13-yard line for their second drive of the game.
Which little mistakes like that add up at the end for the end of the game. That's a play that should have been made.
Well, to our view up here, the field after some early day rain does not look that soggy, but you see a couple puddles if you look hard enough, and you just wonder if the amount of rain might have kept that football in from a rather dry field going far side out of bounds. Here's the 1st and 10 at the 13. It's a swing pass left, and Pittman threw it over the head of his intended recipient, Davion Ivey. They've been trying to work those near side wide receiver screens, and really only 1 yard to show for it on 3 opportunities so far here, Rob. It's second down.
Ivey was wide open. There was nobody with him there, and if he can make that completion, he's got some room to run.
Max Pittman did struggle with his accuracy a year ago, but over the course of the last 2 games last year, he was fantastic, throwing for 3 touchdowns, a rushing touchdown, and 200 rushing yards. Here's Griffin in the interior and going to be swallowed up. Swallowed up by the inside Caleb Stevens, the nose guard. That's where that 3-5 base is big. And sometimes Stevens won't get the credit statistically, but that time he ate up the center and ate up Shaka Griffin for a loss.
He overwhelmed the center and just swallowed him up. That's a great tackle.
Caleb Stevens had a tackle and a fumble recovery a week ago, his second tackle of the year. And Muncie Central, for a run-first team, these are the situations they have to avoid. It's 3rd and 11 at their own 9. They'll be in the shotgun. Max Pittman with Shaka Griffin to his right, 2 wide to the right, 1 to the left. Snap taken from Pittman, looks to throw downfield. This is just a go route looking for Davion Ivey, and threw it about 3 yards past his reach, incomplete on 3rd down. And 4th down and 11 from their own 9. Most definitely a punting situation again. Rob Fisher, nothing going so far here from Muncie Central.
First and 10, if you can't pick up at least, 4 or 5 yards to put yourself in a manageable second down, it makes it really tough against a good defense like Yorktown, and that's what happened there.
Chase Beck moments ago had a punt. This time he'll be standing in his own end zone about 7 yards deep, back foot near the back line. And it'll be Alex Gibson standing at the Muncie Central 41 awaiting this punt. The snap, back reels it in, 2 steps, gets it away. This one's high, not very deep. It'll rest around the 29 and then just sit down at the 25. And that example of that football may give you an idea on why the kickoff, why that ball stayed in.
Yeah.
It took 1 bounce and sat right at the 25, which Yorktown will take. That's where they'll start at the 25 of Muncie Central for drive number 3 here in the first quarter. 3:19 to play in the first. Your roof is there to protect your family. Make sure you're doing what you can to protect them. Sheriff Goslin Roofing has been helping families for generations. Remember to call Pete Dahlia or look them up at worryfreeroof.com.
Now that to me looked like your pitching wedge, sticking one right next to the pin. That just stuck.
Every so often on the golf course I get lucky. 1st and 10 at the 25 of Muncie Central. Here's the 1st down carry. This time misdirection left. This is Justin Wales, and he lowers his shoulder. Big run across the 15, down to the 14. Give him 11. That's his first rush of the year, and it's a quick 1st down on that 1st and 10.
Yeah, he got to the 2nd level there untouched and then dragged a couple people with him for that 11. It's a great run.
That's the one guy that they didn't get involved a week ago. It was Jack Stinson, Jalen Thomas, DJ Green, Justin Wales gets a carry there. 1st and 10 at the 14 of Muncie Central. Right back to Wales, left-hand side. Lowers the shoulder again, fights for extra space, gets down to the 6-yard line. Another 8 back-to-back runs and 2 rushes, about 20 yards for the fullback Justin Wales. Yorktown in position again.
Well, they're definitely proving they've got depth in that running game, too.
So Blair Webster comes to the near side sideline for the call. Under 3 minutes to play in the first. Yorktown a 7-0 leader and threatening again a 2nd and 3 at the Muncie Central 6. Webster under center, deep back in the eye. Now parallel backs J.J. Evans and Justin Wales. Webster as a wide receiver right. Here's the give to Evans. Redirects right, cuts inside, tumbles into the end zone again. It's J.J. Evans, 2nd of the first. 2:22 in the first quarter. Yorktown 13-0 they lead, and that was great vision from the 6'5 back. He started outside, cut inside to get the score from 6 yards out.
A great run, but we got to give Justin Wales credit for that drive. That was he set all that up for J.J.
And Joey Hazen trying to attempt his 2nd extra point of the day. He hit the first. Here's the 2nd. It's 5. He was 5 of 6 against Anderson a week ago. The holder is Alex Gibson. Hazen started at outside linebackers. Walker Moore was out last week. And obviously the kicking duties, and they just feel he's automatic at this point. And if you watch enough high school football, it's so valuable to have a guy who can just put it through the uprights after a touchdown. Snap down. Here's Hazen's kick. It is through. Hazen 2 for 2. Yorktown 2 for 2 on J.J. Evans' scoring runs. 14-0. They lead. 2:19 left in the first quarter. We're back on Muncie Sports Station right after this.
Gaddis Chrysler Dodge Jeep and Ram of Muncie is your new and used vehicle dealer in Muncie. Drive the stylish and roomy 2020 Jeep Grand Cherokee Altitude with 4-wheel drive. The 2020 Ram 2500 Laramie Crew Cab has a 6.7-liter i6 engine to get the job done. And the customizable 2020 Ram 1500 and Ram 2500 for any size workload. Gaddis Chrysler Dodge Jeep and Ram is on the corner of Centennial and Wheeling in Muncie. And browse the entire inventory at BillGaddisChrysler.com.
One thing, so I run to the phone and dial the number for Pizza King. I'm gonna ring the king. The king delivers. I'm gonna ring the king. An incredibly delicious royal feast pizza on the best crust you ever tasted. Ring the king. Pizza King.
All Delaware County athletes this year compete with passion, character, and respect. Yorktown off to a 14-0 lead. 2:19 is left here in the first quarter. Both scores courtesy of J.J. Evans. That time from 6 yards out, Rob Fisher.
I think it's imperative now for Central for this drive. We've got to get Shaka Grippa going. He's your offense, and you've got to get him established. And so far, we've got him for just 2 carries for 1 yard. So let's see if they can get him going.
It'll be Joey Hazen to kick away, and back deep to receive. Again, Damar Woods-Haskins would love an opportunity at this as Muncie Central gets to midfield with their first line of their kick return team. They come just a tad closer. Hazen taking his time, getting back into his stance. Right hand in the air. He'll trot up the field and get his right foot into it. It'll skip again off of Michael Gross's hands. This time, Gross will pick it up at the 10. Weave around upfield and down around the 13-yard line. Again, not great starting field position and a miscue by Gross. It went right to him again.
Michael Gross with the carry.
So here comes Muncie Central again. They've got to get Shaka Griffin established early. They've started with these wide receiver screens, and it might be time just to push it up the middle with Shaka Griffin to get those offensive linemen aggressive, Rob Fisher.
Let's just see what can happen. Just pound it with him and see if he can create something.
They'll be in the shotgun. It is Griffin to the right of Pittman. 3 wide receivers, 2 to the left-hand side. as we have a clock situation, 2:10 left in the first quarter, 14-0 Yorktown. Now ready for action as Pittman surveys a four-man front as Yorktown's linebackers very tight to the line in the box, about 9 players. Snap taken from Pittman. He'll look. He'll throw downfield. Man's behind the cornerback, but Pittman threw it out of the reach. That ball intended for Michael Lowe, 5 yards beyond him on the far sideline, incomplete. Second down, and look, got Griffin back there. You want to establish him, and that shot down the field, maybe just to try to loosen up the secondary.
We'll see what happens. Obviously, with Yorktown packing the box like they did with 8 or 9 guys in there, maybe that's not such a bad call, but he missed that throw pretty badly there. It was 5 yards over his head easily.
It's Max Pittman at quarterback. Now a second and about 10. It's Griffin to the right, 3 wide receivers. 2:05 left in the first. Pittman the snap. Here's the swing pass left. It's Davion Ivey with the ball, but he gets decked as soon as he makes his cut upfield. What a hit by Adam Morrow, the starting cornerback. After a gain of about 1, man, he made the catch, but he took quite a price after a 1-yard gain.
I love this Yorktown defense. They do fly to the ball. I know you and Rob described that very well last week, and it's true.
They are quick. They get to the edges, and much like Anderson, as Yorktown faced last week, they anticipate Muncie Central wanting to get to the edge, and that edge is not available right now. 3rd and about 9 at their own 12 for Muncie Central. Pittman's got 3 wide to the right, trips to the right. Isolated to the left is Davion Ivey. Now Griffin comes out of the backfield. Pittman has the ball go through his legs. It's on the ground, and Pittman gets it as John LaPrade nearly picked it up and walked into the end zone. But at least for now, it'll be a 4th down as Pittman in the second effort prevented a defensive score. So here's Chase Beck coming in again for a 4th down punting situation.
We were that close to Yorktown picking that one up and taking it right into the end zone. That was just a bad snap. Hit Pittman right in the feet.
Down for the Bearcats.
And Chase Beck back to receive this punt to get away, and it'll be Alex Gibson again standing at his own 39. And quick starts are imperative, and especially the way Yorktown's running the football right now, Muncie Central's defense has to respond again. His back foot on the back end line. Beck will get this one away. Again, short but high. It'll bounce across the 30, rest around the 34 of Muncie Central. That's where Yorktown will take over with just 23 seconds remaining on the first quarter clock. The last 2 drives for Yorktown have been very successful, resulting in touchdowns. It's their 4th opportunity so far in this game.
I think their defense has really set that up for them, Mark. Pinning Muncie Central back deep and then getting good field position every time they get the ball back, and you can credit the defense for that.
Okay, 1st and 10 at the 34-yard line of Muncie Central. It's an I formation. Now a split I a little bit to the left. Jalen Thomas, the freshman, is the setback in the backfield as Gibson comes tight to the line. Here's the stretch play. Thomas inside run. He's still on his feet. Gets out of one tackle. Gets out of Gross's tackle to the far sideline and then ducks out of bounds at the 25. There's a late flag as well as he stepped out of bounds. Jalen Thomas for about 11. And those were the types of runs where you thought the play was dead when he met a defender, and he is so tough to bring down.
He can fly too.
Oh, they are kind of in love. They've fallen in love with Jalen Thomas as a freshman.
So.
I mean, last week as a debut, 5 rushes, 100 yards, and that 62-yard touchdown. He was spectacular. And this play will be extended with this penalty as well. It might set Yorktown up in better situation.
I think we had a face mask.
That's good for a Yorktown.
And so the ball will rest at the 19-yard line for a 1st down and 10. And the clock is going to run, and we might expire the first quarter clock before we get this play in. It looks like that's going to be the case. Yorktown heading into the second quarter will have a 1st and 10 at the Muncie Central 19, already leading 14-0. Second quarter when we return here on Muncie Sports Station.
Sparks Computerized Car Care on West Bethel Avenue in Muncie is your complete auto service and maintenance shop in Muncie. Family owned and operated since 1990 with over 100 years of combined experience. Standard maintenance, tire service, brake repair, engine, transmission, and more. Sparks Computerized Car Care will take care of you bumper to bumper. Schedule an appointment online at sparksauto.net. That's sparksauto.net. Sparks Computerized Car Care in Muncie.
For more than 35 years, online and through our branch office locations, Ruoff Mortgage has helped people discover, finance, and move into their homes with confidence. From the moment you send in an application to the day you get the keys, Ruoff keeps things moving exceptionally fast. By sharing knowledge and professional guidance, Ruoff Mortgage helps people see the potential and excitement in the homeownership experience. Visit one of our convenient branch locations or get started online at ruoff.com.
Our promise to find a safe vehicle for your kids, kept. Our promise to find a truck that can tow, kept. Our promise to find a flashy summer fun sports car, kept. At the all-new Greg Hubler Ford, when we make a promise, we keep it, including our low price promise.
And now get 1.9% financing for 60 months during the Ford Summer Sales Event.
The all-new Greg Hubler Ford. Promise kept.
Ability to move it from Muncie Central has benefited Yorktown in getting shorter fields to use. They did that last week, and they're using it again.
Absolutely. And we gave credit to Yorktown's defense. We gave credit to Yorktown's defense earlier, but at the same time, there's been some passes that have been over some receivers' heads and so forth. There have been a couple of plays that were there, but they just didn't execute.
Well, and, Mike Wilhelm mentioned, hey, we don't have tape. We don't know what they're going to do. And Muncie Central came out with a little bit of a different approach. And it might be sound based on Yorktown stacking the box, as we mentioned several times, to try to use the outside and take advantage of less defenders on that side. It's just, like you said, just haven't been able to complete those passes.
Right. You've got to execute. You've got to execute.
So as we start the second quarter, Yorktown in prime scoring position once again, and it'll be Jalen Thomas giving J.J. Evans a little bit of rest. He just recently had an 11-yard run to the far sideline that was spectacular for these home fans. It is senior night tonight for Yorktown. A lot of schools are doing that very early in the season with the uncertainty of what's to come down the road. But as you talk to fans, you talk to coaches, the ability to just get to week 2.
Yeah.
There was a coach that came up in the press box and said, man, we made it to week 2. And you know what? Some would say, really? No, that's exactly how it feels right now. It's very week by week, and you see teams canceling games hours before they're supposed to kick off. This is just
happened today.
Just fortunate to be able to be on the football field, and that's how the players, the fans, and the coaches feel.
And you got to get those senior nights in because you just don't know. You just don't know. See, I thought they said senior night. I thought I'd get in for free, but wrong kind of senior.
Well done, Rob Fisher. Well done. He's here all night, folks. 1st and 10 at the 19 of Muncie Central. Under center is Blair Webster. We haven't seen freshman Mason Moulton yet. He played some last week against Anderson. Offset eye left. 1st and 10. It'll be Webster's first opportunity to throw. Bootleg, dump it off. This is Alex Gibson. He weaves through the defense, finds a crease, and tumbles into the end zone. Oh, what a pass that was short. Gibson did the rest. And from 19 yards out, Yorktown up 20-0 on Muncie Central. 11:51 in the half. That was a great read by Webster. He was under control, dumped it off, and hey, what a playmaker does in space, he does the rest.
Just a little roll out, and Gibson was wide open, and I'm not sure he got touched all the way to the end zone.
Alex Gibson's second receiving touchdown of the year, and 11:51 left here in the half. And I'm sorry, that might be Peyton Hargis, excuse me. Snap down, the kick is up, and it is through. Joey Hazen for the extra point. 11:51 left here in the half. Yorktown leads 21-0. We're back with you right after this.
Becoming a licensed sports official is a great way to make a positive difference in the community and support the over 160,000 Indiana student athletes that participate across 21 IHSAA sports. Sports officiating allows you to stay connected to the game, become a role model for our young student athletes, earn extra money, and support the patrons and communities of our IHSAA member schools. To learn more about becoming a licensed IHSAA official, log on to ihsaa.org/officials today.
Gaddis Chrysler Dodge Jeep and Ram of Muncie is your new and used vehicle dealer in Muncie. Drive the stylish and roomy 2020 Jeep Grand Cherokee Altitude with 4-wheel drive. The 2020 Ram 2500 Laramie Crew Cab has a 6.7-liter i6 engine to get the job done. And the customizable 2020 Ram 1500 and Ram 2500 for any size workload. Gaddis Chrysler Dodge Jeep and Ram is on the corner of Centennial and Wheeling in Muncie. And browse the entire inventory at BillGaddisChrysler.com.
Information about the YMCA of Muncie, visit MuncieYMCA.org or 281-YMCA-THE-Y for a better us. Well, it's been all Yorktown so far. They lead 21-0 on their home field against inter-county foe Muncie Central. 11:51 left in the first half, and we started the broadcast, Rob Fisher, with talking about how competitive this series has been, and that was no joke. We have yet to see a game in this series really since 2014 that has gotten out of hand so early like this one.
Yeah, and there's still plenty of time here. You know, Central can get Griffin established, eat some of that clock their own. I think they are 3 and out for each of their possessions so far. Still some time to make this a game.
Hazen kicks away. This time Gross right in his hands at the 15. He'll take it to the far side, 30. Down to the 35, cut down just across that marker down to the 37. A late flag as he hit the turf. We'll see what this one is about. It might be on Yorktown.
Flag on the play.
It looks like it was on contact, but we'll wait to see. You know, as people are flying down the field, could be a late block in the back or something of that nature. Let's wait.
It's a really good return. We'd hate to see that. Yeah, that's a good.
And it is on Yorktown. It'll add to the positive return for Muncie Central, and a big play of that nature is just what Muncie Central needed.
Definitely their best field position. Now let's see if they can take advantage of this.
It's going to go all the way to the Yorktown 47. By far the best starting field position for Muncie Central tonight. They will stay in the shotgun. Pittman is going to be by himself with 4 wide receivers in the game. Trips to the right. Pittman stands alone. He surveys those trips and takes the snap. Pittman, quick drop, throw over the middle. It's tipped in the air and intercepted by Gibson. Gibson at the 45, still on his feet at midfield. Tumbles around the offensive line, and Yorktown's going to set up at the 44 after the Alex Gibson interception. It was tipped by Gross into the arms of Alex Gibson, the deep safety.
It was off somebody's hands. It looked like it was a little high. Got tipped, and Gibson was right there on the spot to pick it off.
And there was traffic, too,
Definitely.
for Pittman to throw in. He thought for a moment that he had a lane, but that lane closed quickly.
Definitely.
And so Yorktown again in business, 11:33 in the half, and they set up at the Muncie Central 45 for a 1st and 10. This time we'll see freshman Mason Moulton in the game. Last week a rushing touchdown and 4 pass attempts, 2 completions. Moulton takes the snap, stretch play right. J.J. Evans had it in his belly, but the officials blow it dead for a pre-snap penalty on Yorktown, backing him up 5. A false start. It'll be 1st and 10 at 1st and 15, at midfield coming up. Yorktown's defense, 2 takeaways a week ago, 1 takeaway today, and they have really forced Muncie Central. Muncie Central came with a different game plan, and Yorktown's adjusted well. 1st and 15 right in the middle of the field at midfield. Offset eye left. Pressure comes as Moulton play fake. He'll weave around the edge and just trying to fight for any positive yardage, and he gets back to the original line of scrimmage for no gain. Could have been a loss. The tackle made by Rondell Green, who was in the backfield in a hurry on that naked bootleg opportunity for Mason Moulton, the freshman.
Another good play by Rondell. He's having a good half.
They like this front. They really, really do. We've seen Waters and Green be in the backfield consistently. Rondale Green was a young man that didn't get to play last year, was scheduled to play, and they are excited for him in his senior season. I formation on 2nd and 15. Right at midfield, pitch outside from Moulton to Evans. He cuts inside to the 45, still on his feet and just across that marker down to the 44-43. This will put them in between the chains for a mid-level third down play coming up.
45-yard line brings up 3rd and 8.
Evans already with his 12th carry here in the first half. At the 44-yard line of Muncie Central, there is a 4-down lineman opportunity here for Muncie Central. Now they put down 5 as they try to just penetrate this offensive line. 2 wide receivers right, offset I right. Moulton on a 3rd down and 9 at the 44, Muncie Central. Takes the snap, drops back, throws over the middle, and short arms Walker Moore as he was hit on the release by Woodrow Elliott. Moulton was seeing the pressure, tried to get it away in time for a deep route for Moore, and it's incomplete. 4th down coming up with 10:03 in the half.
Tough to get that pass completed when there's a man right in your face. He was all over him.
So Muncie Central does the job they need after they had a turnover offensively, and Walker Moore will be the man to punt it away. He had a punt earlier in this contest. Moore out last week, one of the top skill position players for Yorktown coming back. He'll stand at his own 46, and the play clock says 0, and this likely will be a delay of game. Yep, dead ball, delay of game on Yorktown, backing him up another 5, so they'll do this again.
I can tell you, knowing Coach Wilhelm like I do, this is not going to please him.
No.
3 penalties for 25 yards so far for the Tigers in this half.
Well, last week they were perfect on their first 4 possessions, went right down the field, and it was the possession after the 4th one where they scored and went up 28-0 that Mike Wilhelm specifically pointed out to me and said, we should have finished that drive. That's a football coach, Rob
exactly,
Fisher.
exactly. Like that.
At his 39, it's Moore getting away, and a great punt. That'll back up Damar Woods Haskins. It goes through his hands, and it's on the ground. I think Jalen Thomas has got it, and Yorktown will take over at the Muncie Central 11. You could see as he was tracking the football, he was thinking, put his arm up. I don't know if he was fully ready. He should have put that arm up a lot earlier because he was definitely thinking about what do I do here? Do I let it go? Do I put up my arm?
No question. He kind of reaches out with his hands instead of bringing it back into his chest, and it was all over then.
So Yorktown at the 12 of Muncie Central. That's where they'll start this drive. Again, it is freshman Mason Moulton in the game. They love his athletic ability. It is an I formation. Deep back is J.J. Evans. They'll give to J.J. He'll move it right up the middle, slam through the line, and get close to the 10-yard line. Actually, he gets across the 10, down to around the 8-yard line. And, you know, that's the luxury of having a 6'5" running back. I think he can take a lot of punish as tacklers go for the midsection.
And you fall forward and you pick up another 3 or 4 yards, right, when you're 6'5". I wouldn't know that.
Yeah, you look more in the 5'11" to 6'1" range of running backs. Seriously, I mean, and on this level, you might get some kids that are 5'7", 5'8", 5'9". You just rarely see 6'5" in the backfield.
Exactly.
2nd and 6 as Gibson comes in motion. They fake it underneath, and in the backfield, this is Jack Stinson. He gets out of a backfield tackle and then walks in untouched, tumbles into the end zone. 9:09 left in the first half. All Yorktown, it continues. 27-0 they lead. Jack Stinson had a touchdown a week ago. It's his 2nd of the year. So Joey Hazen for the extra points coming up here. He's been perfect so far as, man, this script is looking awfully similar to a week ago, how Yorktown's gotten this done. The snap down, fumbled exchange, but The holder gets it down, and Hazen
Great
gets
job,
it through.
Hazen.
That was well done. Well done by Alex Gibson. 9:09 left in the first half. Yorktown opens up a 28-0 lead. We're back after this on Muncie Sports Station.
I got a hunger burning inside me, satisfied by just one thing. So I run to the phone and dial the number for Pizza King. I'm gonna ring the king. The king delivers. I'm gonna ring the king. An incredibly delicious royal feast pizza on the best crust you ever tasted. Ring the king. Pizza King.
Sparks Computerized Car Care on West Bethel Avenue in Muncie is your complete auto service and maintenance shop in Muncie. Family owned and operated since 1990 with over 100 years of combined experience. Standard maintenance, tire service, brake repair, engine, transmission, and more. Sparks Computerized Car Care will take care of you bumper to bumper. Schedule an appointment online at sparksauto.net. That's sparksauto.net. Sparks Computerized Car Care in Muncie.
Few carries for Shaka Griffin so far, 2 to be exact. He had 252 rushing attempts a year ago, an average of 25 a game. He had a 41-yard rush game. That was against Logansport near the end of the season last year for 237 yards and 4 touchdowns. We have just not seen the volume, and that's to be expected based on what we heard from Dark Lee.
Right. He was going to try to open it up a little bit, but at the same time, you've got a potential all-state running back there that needs to get some touches, I think.
High snap for Pittman. This time a weave to the right-hand side, and this is Griffin's best run, and the strength is shown as he gets across the 40, stood up around the 42-yard line for about 4. We have late pushing, and a flag comes in at the end of the play. Let's see. And they think the Yorktown side thinks a no-doubter. That's on Muncie Central. Let's see. There are a lot of bodies flying into that pile.
I'm not sure you can give a partial tackle to 11 different players, but it seemed like that whole Yorktown team was on Griffin.
And the personal foul penalty is on Muncie Central, and that is just one that, as a head coach, will drive you crazy.
Yeah. Couldn't tell what exactly happened, but you just got positive yards. You finally got Griffin at 4 or 5 yards, and somebody makes a bad mistake.
8:46 left in the half. It is back to around the 24-yard line. And so second and a long ways to go. I guess that's the best way to describe it.
That's 25.
25 plus. In the gun, Pittman. Griffin stands to his left, the running back. In motion comes Damar Woods-Haskins, and another penalty. This one a pre-snap one for Muncie Central. Tack 5 more on to the second down play here. So they were at the 28-yard line. Make that the 23 for a 2nd and 30.
Again, they just keep shooting themselves in the foot with the little mistakes that they're making here, and obviously it's, judging by what the scoreboard says, it's piling up on them.
Second about 30 to go, and the clock is running at 8:20 and counting. And speaking of a running clock, we may get into that situation sooner rather than later. Yorktown a score away as we would approach halftime. That would be the threshold they need to meet. Damar Woods Haskins on an end around on the snap from Pittman, and Haskins has nowhere to go. Woods Haskins out of bounds around the 19-yard line. He lost about 4 on the carry as Muncie Central trying anyway to just get an explosive play. That Yorktown defense is just so darn disciplined.
But once again, it's the penalties that killed them. You just can't do that.
With 3 inside linebackers, they can just roam a ton, but you'll just see number 85 a ton. That's John LaPrade. He's the top returner there, and just the resume is spectacular for him, especially last week. Here's the 3rd and 32 as they dump it off on a running back screen. Griffin catches the football but goes no further. He may have gotten a yard or 2, but, you know, this 4th down play is in excess of 30 yards.
Exactly.
There is no doubt a punch coming here.
Evans on the tackle brings up 4th down.
You know, I don't know if this is the difference with a team playing last week or not, but, you know, the execution-wise, it just seems like at least early it's going to take some work. But, again, as we get through the season, I think they're going to find out week by week just how good this Yorktown defense is, because I think it's a lot to do with that.
I think part of it is the fact that they didn't play last week, but a lot of this is just execution stuff. You know, the missing of a game.
As Alex Gibson reels in the punt from Chase Beck at the 49 of Muncie Central, 6:36 to go in the first half.
I was just going to say, I think missing a game, it would be more of a timing with tackling and timing with blocking and so forth, the game speed stuff. But the mistakes we're seeing here, I can't attribute to the fact that they didn't play last week.
So 6:36 left in the first half, and Yorktown again, and this could be the drive to put it in the threshold of running clock territory in the second half. We'll see. At the 48-yard line of Muncie Central, they've stayed pretty true to this ground game, and why would you change? It's J.J. Evans and Justin Wales parallel with one another in the backfield on the 1st and 10. In motion, Alex Gibson. The snap taken by the quarterback, Blair Webster, play fake. He'll look downfield. Wide open is Walker Moore at the 25-20, down the sideline and ushered out of bounds inside the 15. They're glad to have Walker Moore back. That's a 35-yard connection between Webster and Walker Moore. You might see that a lot more this year.
That's a great throw.
The play fake, the box was stacked and the linebackers bit, and right behind them slipped the tight end, wide receiver, whatever you want to call him. He's a flat-out playmaker. 38 on the catch and run for Walker Moore, 1st and 10 at the 10-yard line of Muncie Central. Last week, Webster's long throw was 33. That'll best it at 38. Here's Webster on 1st down. They give it the backfield. Thomas, he's cut up and gets out of trouble, somehow still stays on his feet and gets positive yardage. That young man is just a load to bring down. He's low to the ground, but goodness gracious, is he strong.
Brings up 2nd down.
Give him 1 or 2, and 6:06 and counting. They gave him 1. Down to the 9-yard line. Under 6 to play here in the first half. Yorktown leads 28-0, and once again in position at Yorktown High School. They're moving from right to left. The quarterback in the game, Blair Webster, the sophomore. Mason Moulton, the freshman, got a series or 2 earlier. It's Webster in an I. Deep back is freshman Jalen Thomas as Webster walks back to mark some orders. Play clock is at 10, plenty of time. Webster in motion has Gibson going left to right. In the backfield, Jalen Thomas gets the carry and is wrestled down in the backfield. The play made by Muncie Central's Landon Pointer, it looked like.
Good tackle. He's a freshman, I believe, right?
He is a freshman. And he had Jalen Thomas wrapped up, tried to wrestle him to the ground, and Thomas stayed on his feet. I mean, if that doesn't tell you how strong that young man is, goodness gracious. 2nd and 12, backed up to the 14-yard line of their own. I formation, Walker Moore, the isolated receiver to the left. Snap taken, Webster. He tries to get out of trouble and then slips it away somehow to Alex Gibson, and he's tumbled down around the 33-yard line. That's where the play stops. We'll wait for forward progress here.
Back to the 30-yard line.
That play was blown up right in the middle by Rondell Green. He came and weaved around in the middle of the formation, and that was the weak spot for Yorktown as Anderson brought a couple of eighth-gap blitzes a week ago, and that time Green found the sweet spot and forced a loss of yardage. It goes back to the 24-yard line.
Definitely got in Webster's kitchen there in a hurry.
So this now a fourth down play. Webster is under center. And takes the snap. Looks left, throws left, more behind the defense, triple coverage, and it's incomplete, but there's a flag at the end of the play. 3 white jerseys for Muncie Central there. One got contact with Moore prior to the ball getting there, and let's see. And there also is a flag back in the backfield. So 2 flags, likely both on the defensive side of the football. With 3:53 left in the first half, Yorktown leads 28-0. Let's sort this out.
It looks like it looks from the signal from the official in the backfield, looks like there was a shot to the head by a Central player. And obviously it's some sort of pass interference.
All officials, well now all 5 are coming together to figure this out.
Offset. Looks like they offset.
It's offsetting penalties, and that's what frustrated Yorktown fans there. So we'll do it over again on 4th down. Man.
Looks like he called a personal foul on Central.
Let's see. Pass interference on Muncie Central. And then what about the second? What about the second here?
I'm not sure how the offset if he called them both on Central.
Multiple flags on the play.
I'm not sure if we even know yet what is what.
Pass interference.
I think they're both on Central here.
I do too.
If it's a personal foul, it looks like this one's both on Central, so it's just a matter of which one. So this is going to benefit Yorktown as we thought. They had a long conversation on the near side sideline with Mike Wilhelm. Yeah, pass interference would be a spot penalty.
Okay,
this one, personal foul would be the automatic first. I don't think there's any question you take the personal foul one. And so with that, they're going to try a field goal with Joey Hazen. Let's see. Yeah, it should be a first down. Yeah, it should be a first down here, and they have the kicking unit in. So let's see about this. 3:53 left in the first half, and all sorts of confusion, really, from both sides. If it's a personal foul penalty, that should be an automatic first down.
I think they declined the personal foul, Mark. I thought they had accepted the pass interference. Now, the box man on the sideline of the chain gang has flipped it to 4th down.
Yeah, it stays there, and it must just be a 4th down play. So here's Joey Hazen going to kick a field goal here with 3:53 left in the first half.
Personal foul makes it to the 4th down. Joey Hazen for the field goal.
At the 18-yard line, this will be around a 38-yarder. Snap down, the kick is up from Hazen. He chops it. It's going to be just a bit short. It is no good. And so turning it over to Muncie Central. Hazen just didn't get enough leg on that one. 3:48 left here in the first half, and Muncie Central will take over at their own 18-yard line. Muncie Central would get the ball to start the second half, and at this point it's about positive momentum. So you're thinking score always, and you're not necessarily thinking ahead to getting back in the game. You're just trying to string first downs together at this point.
And I really got to think that Coach Lee's telling these guys, we got to clean this stuff up, and we're killing ourselves. Let's see if we can get to doing some of the things that we do well.
Three wide receivers on a 1st and 10 from the 20. It's Pittman. Swing pass right-hand
He's
side. It's
down
a
on one
catch
knee.
from Davion Ivy. He caught it on one knee, and where his knee is down is where the ball's down. A loss of 2 on the near side sideline, down at the 18.
Down in the backfield, loss of 2 yards. Brings up 2nd down.
You know, these are all things you say pregame. You get in the game speed, and you just you just forget.
Yeah.
I mean,
Yeah.
anybody in the men's competition, you know the rules and all those things, but Ivy went down to one knee, and that's the rule in high school football.
Yep.
2nd and 12 as the clock continues to wind. 2nd and 12 at their own 20-yard line. Pittman with a back left. It's Shaka Griffin. Again, just 2 carries for Shaka, a 1,600-yard rusher a year ago. Pittman, the snap, will look to throw again. Looks left, throws left, man behind the defense, and he overthrew him at midfield. He was looking again. That is Davion Ivy at midfield. Stops the clock at 2:57. 3rd down now and 12 at their own 18 as they try to throw their way back into this football game.
Brings up 3rd down.
Well, I got to throw it again, I'm guessing here.
It's been a tough day for Max Pittman. It seems like
Adam Morrow on the cover.
a lot of swing passes and a lot of downfield throws is in the arsenal right now for Muncie Central. 3rd and 12 at their own 18. 3 wide receivers, Pittman with Shaka Griffin to his right-hand side. Walker Moore on the outside edge, looking to blitz, snap taken, throw. It's a catch. This is Davion Ivy. He gets back to the original line of scrimmage and then wrestled out of bounds. Not much more as Muncie Central forced to punt again with 2:42 and counting left here in the first half.
4th down.
Rob Fisher, it gets to a situation here where, you know, trying to establish your bell cow. I know you're down 28-0. It's a tough balance. You know, get back in the game or establish Shaka Griffin for some positivity.
Yeah, I agree. It's a tough call.
Here's the snap to Chase Beck. He'll get another punt away. This one straight up. This is going to be great field position for Yorktown as it bounces at the 36, and that's where it'll be stopped. Yorktown has 2:04 to work with, up 28-0 as we near the end of the first half. They'll take over right there.
Sparks Computerized Car Care on West Bethel Avenue in Muncie is your complete auto service and maintenance shop in Muncie. Family owned and operated since 1990 with over 100 years of combined experience. Standard maintenance, tire service, brake repair, engine, transmission, and more. Sparks Computerized Car Care will take care of you bumper to bumper. Schedule an appointment online at sparksauto.net. That's sparksauto.net. Sparks Computerized Car Care in Muncie.
You know, you think it's just, you know, human nature for a quarterback to roll, and throw. It is not easy. Even when you're moving to your strong side arm, it takes some getting your feet under you. You got to have the right pace, the right speed, and sometimes you just get off balance, and that's what that throw ended up being. 2nd and 10 at the Muncie Central 36 for Yorktown. 1:59 left in the first half. Webster with a hard count got Muncie Central to bite. This will gift him 5 yards.
Flag on the play.
I think he's calling a false start.
Well, let's see. Did the defense react to Yorktown's offensive lineman? It is on Yorktown, backing him up 5.
By the Tigers.
So this is a 2nd and 15 at their own 42.
Brings up 2nd and 15.
Blair Webster's under center for a 2nd and 15 at the Muncie Central 42. Wide receiver to either side. Webster, again, dead ball flags. They think it's on Yorktown again, and it is. It may be on the same man. Another 5 backed up. So now it'll be 2nd and 20 backed up to their 47-yard line.
Got a feeling Coach Wilhelm will bring that up at halftime.
I imagine so. Second and 20 at the Muncie Central 47. Again, the quarterback still sophomore Blair Webster. Snap taken. Here's the give to J.J. Evans, and what a tackle. A big tackle in the backfield by Landon Pointer, and he threw down J.J. Evans with authority. Still might go back to the original line of scrimmage at the 47-yard line as the clock runs at 1:43 and counting. Setting up a long third down play here as an extra wide receiver will come into the game for Yorktown. Definite passing situation here, and they might, depending on how much yardage they get, be in 4-down territory.
Yeah. That was a great play by the young freshman again.
It was.
That was a great hit.
Landon Pointer's made a couple plays in this game. As Webster 3rd and 20, it's Webster taking the snap, fakes the run. They'll throw it backside looking for J.J. Evans on a running back screen as Webster gets decked in the process, and it's incomplete. 1:14 to play in the half, a 4th down play for Yorktown, and punting situation for Walker Moore.
Now that was a good sequence for Central's defense. That was got in Webster's kitchen again and made him get rid of the ball falling backwards.
They're finding some gaps to blitz, and the pressure's coming as they put pressure on these quarterbacks for Yorktown. That time Webster took the brunt of the hit. Walker Moore, standing at his own 39, will get it away, but before there is a flag again. This has been a penalty-filled drive for Yorktown, and again, these are the subject points that football coaches will bring up. You're up 28-0, but this is about consistency and execution, and this has not been the soundest execution from the Yorktown side here in this game.
I've got him for 6 penalties for this half.
And I would say that's 4 on that drive alone. Walker Moore standing at his own 34-yard line to get the football away for the punt. Yorktown leads 28-0. Moore with the snap, gets it away, another great punt. This one, DeMar Woods Haskins backs up, catches it at the 10, moves upfield 15, 20, tripped up just before he reaches the 25-yard line. At the 23 with 63 seconds remaining in the first half. That's where Muncie Central will take over, and we have, let's see, we have another flag or no? I think that one was maybe an errant flag there.
Force a habit for you, Mark.
Yeah, when you throw it for 4 straight plays, you just get in the habit. All right, Muncie Central takes over. We'll see how aggressive they'll be, Rob Fisher. And getting the football to start the second half, how aggressive would you be here?
I still think we need to establish, do what you do best. I'd still try to get Griffin going a little bit.
4 wide receivers on a 1st and 10 from their own 24. It's Pittman, still the quarterback for Muncie Central. Takes it, the ball rolls to him. He has to improvise and swallow it up. Just nothing doing there. Backs him up to the 21-yard line for a loss of 3. Inside a minute left in the half. And Muncie Central struggles continue as a bad snap from Jason Orr, who is the center. That's the second bad exchange we've seen in this contest.
Once again, another execution problem.
And at this point, it might just be, hey, get to the second half and see what you can get done.
Yeah.
New half, fresh perspective. Might be time for Shaka Griffin there as Pittman the back to the right, and we have a pre-snap penalty. This is a false start on Muncie Central with 22 seconds to play in the first half. Well, if you're going to the locker room, Dark Lee is going to have a lot to talk about negatively. I mean, there's not a whole lot. I mean, Landon Pointer, defensively, there's been a couple plays in the backfield, but it's going to be a lot of, hey, settle down, guys. We got our first half under us.
Yeah, I don't know if you go in yelling and screaming because these kids know they've made mistakes. They don't have to be reminded of that.
Here's 2nd and 12. Pittman to throw. Throws left side. Caught by Davion Ivey on the sideline near the original line of scrimmage at the 25. He stays in bounds, so the clock runs at 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1, and that will end. Let's see. Well, we may have I don't know if there was a timeout or if they're going to let them go to halftime. We're not sure. I think there's going to be a timeout for Muncie Central for one more play here in this half.
Timeout,
2 seconds to play in the half, so Muncie Central wanted one more crack
Timeout Central.
at the end of the play in the first half. But Yorktown got established early, but really, the momentum's been taken away from them. But you get that early push, and in each of their first two games, they have found a way to get off to a quick start.
Yep.
And every team preaches it, but when you do it, it's a whole different deal.
Yeah, I think it was a little bit cleaner last week, though, obviously with 6 penalties here in the first half. And I know that's one thing that Coach Wilhelm talked to you about after the game. When you asked if there was, how happy he was with the win and everything, but he said there's always something we can work on, and that was one of the things he talked about when they came out in the second half of last week's game, that they played sloppy, and I think we're seeing a lot of that, what he was talking about here in the second quarter this week.
Couple of touchdowns for J.J. Evans, one for Alex Gibson. And Muncie Central defensively, though, here in the last couple sequences have found some pressure defensively, but they're Yorktown won 33-6, and that was really the last time you could speak of a lopsided affair in a first half like this. Max Pittman, 3 wide receivers for a 3rd and 9. He takes the snap, drops back, pressure comes, steps in. Pittman finding space, gets out of a couple of tacklers, and he's loose at the 35, 40, getting around tacklers and then cut down by his legs. A good open field tackle by Yorktown's Landon Bell, and that'll end play here in the first half as Yorktown 28-0 heading into the halftime locker room. It's the Mancitos of Muncie halftime show right after this. This is Muncie Sports Station.
Hi, this is Karen Dahl.
Hi, I'm Matt Wolfert, president of the IHSAA Foundation. Lots of high school athletes here in Indiana have gone on to become collegiate All-Americans. A few of them have even turned pro. But participating in high school sports has helped virtually every high school athlete become a good American. That's because playing high school sports teaches life lessons like the importance of persistence, teamwork, tenacity, preparation, and hard work. The IHSAA Foundation was created to help high school administrators and coaches become more effective role models and teachers, emphasizing values that will help their players become better athletes, better representatives of their community, and better Americans. To learn more, or to make a tax-deductible contribution, go to ihsaafoundation.org. You'll not only be contributing to the foundation of the IHSAA, you'll be contributing to the foundation of our community.
Sparks Computerized Car Care on West Bethel Avenue in Muncie is your complete auto service and maintenance shop in Muncie. Family owned and operated since 1990 with over 100 years of combined experience. Standard maintenance, tire service, brake repair, engine, transmission, and more. Sparks Computerized Car Care will take care of you bumper to bumper. Schedule an appointment online at sparksauto.net. That's sparksauto.net. Sparks Computerized Car Care in Muncie.
One thing, so I run to the phone and dial the number for Pizza King. I'm gonna ring the king. The king delivers. I'm gonna ring the king. An incredibly delicious royal beef pizza on the best crust you ever tasted. Ring the king. Pizza King.
Our promise to find a safe vehicle for your kids, kept. Our promise to find a truck that can tow, kept. Our promise to find a flashy summer fun sports car, kept. At the all-new Greg Hubler Ford, when we make a promise, we keep it, including our low price promise.
And now get 1.9% financing for 60 months during the Ford Summer Sales Event.
The all-new Greg Hubler Ford. Promise kept.
For more than 35 years, online and through our branch office locations, Ruoff Mortgage has helped people discover, finance, and move into their homes with confidence. From the moment you send in an application to the day you get the keys, Ruoff keeps things moving exceptionally fast. By sharing knowledge and professional guidance, Ruoff Mortgage helps people see the potential and excitement in the homeownership experience. Visit one of our convenient branch locations or get started online at ruoff.com.
Becoming a licensed sports official is a great way to make a positive difference in the community and support the over 160,000 Indiana student athletes that participate across 21 IHSAA sports. Sports officiating allows you to stay connected to the game, become a role model for our young student athletes, earn extra money, and support the patrons and communities of our IHSAA member schools. To learn more about becoming a licensed IHSAA official, log on to ihsaa.org/officials today.
Gaddis Chrysler Dodge Jeep and Ram of Muncie is your new and used vehicle dealer in Muncie. Drive the stylish and roomy 2020 Jeep Grand Cherokee Altitude with 4-wheel drive. The 2020 Ram 2500 Laramie Crew Cab has a 6.7-liter i6 engine to get the job done. And the customizable 2020 Ram 1500 and Ram 2500 for any size workload. Gaddis Chrysler Dodge Jeep and Ram is on the corner of Centennial and Wheeling in Muncie. And browse the entire inventory at BillGaddisChrysler.com.
Bearcats here at halftime. Rob Fisher to my right, back in our studio, Sidney Crow, and I'm Mark Forster. And, well, just the quick start, almost the script was about the same as what occurred a week ago when Anderson, they led 35-0, got off to that quick start. After a couple of drives to start the game that didn't go as planned, they reeled off 4 drives in a row to get those 28 points. Very efficient and taking advantage of short drives from Muncie Central and short fields.
Yep, and I thought their defense was great. I'm really impressed with the way they fly around the field, the speed. Their linebackers are great. I love watching their linebackers run. Now we're at halftime, and like we said right before the half, if I'm Coach Lee, it's not. I don't think it's a time for screaming and yelling. I don't think it was because it was a lack of effort. That's when you get a little upset. But kids are always more receptive to criticism after a good half or a good win. They're more receptive. It's probably not a good time just to go in screaming and yelling, in my opinion. But now you come out in the second half, and I think you do what you do best. It's a long season. Let's establish what we are, and let's move on. And if we can play positive, get positive yards, and we get a couple of scores or whatever, that's great. But I think you need to establish your identity.
I think the biggest factor has been not being able to consistently move drives, and we were looking back at the first half, no first downs for Muncie Central, which and their punting unit, put in really tough situations, and 20 to 25-yard punts have put Yorktown in position. And I don't know if Yorktown has completely outclassed Muncie Central. It's just the positions that they've been put in have elevated this score as quickly as it's gone.
And offensively, Central's had a couple of opportunities to come up with big plays. A couple of throws that were off target, but also give credit to Yorktown's defense. Again, I remember the throw out to Davion Ivey out here in the flat. It looked like he had plenty of daylight to get some yards, but one of those linebackers just sealed that gap immediately and brought him down. So it's a little bit of both. There's been a couple of times where Central's defense has put their offense in good situations to get them as far as field position, and again, their offense shoots themselves in the foot.
Rob Fisher, the voice you just heard. On Mark Forster, back in our studio, Sidney Grow, as Yorktown enjoys a 28-0 lead in their home opener and against Delaware County foe, Muncie Central. Take another break in the Mancinos of Muncie halftime show. Return right after this here at Yorktown High School on Muncie Sports Station.
Hi, this is David Cox, president of Meeks Mortuary and Crematory. I've been in the service industry for 22 years, which means I've cared about this community for 22 years. That's something I don't take lightly. High school sports is an extremely important part of this community. Meeks Mortuary is a proud supporter of Delaware County High School sports. We believe being part of the team brings benefits to student athletes far beyond winning and losing. Have fun, but most importantly, compete with passion, character, and respect.
Think about your home. What do you see? Do you just see 2 stories, or the stories of your toddler's first steps? Now think about your car. Do you see an odometer reading, or your kids reading in the back seat? Other insurance companies just see a house. They just see a car. but a State Farm agent sees what your home and your car really mean to you. So why not give them the protection they deserve?
Call State Farm agent Jason May in Muncie today.
Hi, Adam Brown here with Tuffy Auto Service Center in Muncie. We want to first express our appreciation for this community who has supported us during this time. Our job here at Tuffy isn't to sell you a bunch of stuff you don't want or need, but is to educate you on your car and let you make the decision. I believe that God has put us in a spot to truly make an impact on this community. We will always put customers first. We will always have your best interests at heart. So next time you need a car repair, big or small, come see the guys at Tuffy on McGalliard Road, just east of Wheeling.
It's the biggest pizza you'll ever see. The Mammoth at Mancino's Pizza and Grinders in Muncie. 24 inches of pizza perfection. Fully customizable to satisfy even the most picky of taste. In fact, it's so big, you need to invite the whole family just to finish it. We're talking your cousins, maybe even your neighbor, that guy who cuts your lawns, your son's entire Little League Baseball club. Point is, it's a team effort. So get the Mammoth Pizza tonight at Mancino's Pizza and Grinders in Muncie on Bethel in front of Rural King.
Do you need to restart and refocus? Come to the Y and focus on you. They offer a variety of programs for all ages and abilities in a safe, clean, and engaging environment. They'll serve you in person at the membership branches or virtually in the comfort of your own home. They remove barriers to joining through the Access for All program. Learn more today. Visit online muncieymca.org or through social media at YMCA of Muncie. The Y, for a better us.
It's a helpless feeling when plumbing issues arise. You're going out of town, or maybe you're having family over for a cookout. Hey, Reed's Plumbing understands and they're here for you. Call Jason and Ashley at 744-7950 for emergencies or to set up an appointment. They're here to eliminate your inconvenience. And always check out Reed's Plumbing on Facebook and in the monthly Great Deals magazine for special offers all year long. With the help of Reed's Plumbing, your plumbing, sewer, or septic issues are taken care of. Proudly serving East Central Indiana. Call the best, flush the rest. 744-7950.
You're listening to Delaware County High School football on Muncie's Sports Station. You're listening to Delaware County High School football on Muncie's Sports Station.
Our halftime score here at Yorktown High School, 28-0. Yorktown Tigers over the Muncie Central Bearcats as we are in the Mancino's of Muncie halftime show. And Rob Fisher, we identified the first half statistics delivered by First County Federal Credit Union.
Okay, let's take a look first for Muncie Central senior quarterback Max Pittman. We've got him unofficially 6 for 12 for just 16 yards and 1 interception. On the ground, surprisingly, Shaka Griffin just 2 carries for 1 yard. Pittman had that carry right there at the end of the half. He picked up 15 yards. And then DeMar Woods Haskins had 1 carry, and he lost 3 yards on that. For Yorktown, sophomore quarterback Blair Webster is 2 for 4. He threw for 57 yards and a touchdown pass to Alex Gibson. On the ground, J.J. Evans, the Tiger stud, 14 carries for 61 yards. Jalen Thomas had 3 carries for 11 yards. Jack Stinson had 1 carry for 6 yards. Alex Gibson, 2 carries, 25 yards. Justin Wales had 2 carries for 19 yards. He had a big sequence there in that possession. And then Walker Moore with a big 38-yard catch in the half. Oh, I should also add Mason Moulton, the young freshman quarterback, got in through 1 pass. It was incomplete. Big stat for the first half. Both teams 6 penalties. Central 6 penalties for 30 yards. Yorktown 6 penalties for 40 yards. Turnovers, Central has 2, a fumble recovery on the punt, and an interception. And that's where we stand here at the half, as Yorktown leads 28-0.
28-0 Yorktown over Muncie Central at halftime. We'll return for more on the Mancino's of Muncie halftime show right after this. This is Muncie Sports Station.
In 1930, H.J. Lehman opened his heating and electric business in downtown Muncie. Now 85 years later, Lehman's Inc. provides that same quality service and installation for heating and air conditioning systems. If you are in need of service for your existing system, a trained Lehman's technician will diagnose the problem and provide a proposal for repairs. If you're looking to replace your current home comfort system, Lehman's is a trained comfort specialist for this area. It's hard to stop a train. Call for an appointment to receive a free appraisal. Lehman's also offers financing for your new system. We're Lehman's. We're here for you.
Hi, this is is Karen Dahl with Caldwell Banker Real Estate Group in Muncie. If I had to come up with a philosophy that I follow in my business, it would be customer-focused and performance-driven. Happy clients are what make me happy. You need a real estate professional that will listen to you, understands the industry, and is positioned to stay ahead of the game. As a full-service real estate professional, I can meet all of your needs. Whether you are buying or selling a property, I am your perfect partner. Remember, Karen Dahl and Caldwell Banker Real Estate Group, guiding you home.
With all the changes going on with our new lifestyles, the one thing that hasn't changed at Albany Healthcare is the legacy of excellence that we offer to each of our residents. We are taking extra precautions, utilizing state-of-the-art personal protective equipment, and screening all staff members for COVID-19 symptoms upon arrival. For this, we are seeing a positive impact and continue to remain COVID-19 free. The world around us is different right now, but the one thing that will never change is our dedication and compassion for our staff to your loved ones. For more information, call Albany Healthcare, 789-4423.
Hi, this is David Cox, president of the Meeks Mortuary and Crematory. I've been in the service industry for 22 years, which means I've cared about this community for 22 years. That's something I don't take lightly. High school sports is an extremely important part of this community. Meeks Mortuary is a proud supporter of Delaware County high school sports. We believe being part of the team brings benefits to student athletes far beyond winning and losing. Have fun, but most importantly, compete with passion, character, and respect.
Hey, whenever you need your car fixed, go to Jones Auto Body. That's a choice you need to make. Their experience and expertise will help you diagnose what is going on with your car. They'll get the problem fixed and you back on the road again. If your car is looking a little rough, they'll fix paint chip, collision repair, dents, alignment, Jones Auto Body can help. Visit them off Memorial Avenue or give J.R. Fannin and his staff a call at 284-2593 to get started.
Jones Auto Body. Now you've got the leader on your side.
It seems like applying for a car loan can take forever, but not at my credit union. They've accelerated the car loan. Just a few questions and you'll get your answer real quick. Their pickup loans have a lot of pickup too. I got my car loan at my credit union. From there, it was just open road.
First County Federal Credit Union. All new, all yours. Federally insured by NCUA. Visit us online at firstcountyfcu.org.
You're listening to Delaware County High School Football on Muncie's Sports Station.
Welcome back inside the Mancinos of Muncie halftime show as both teams re-enter the field. 28-0. Yorktown leads over Muncie Central here at Yorktown High School. Let's take a look at other conference scores of note, sponsored by MJ's Mobile Detailing and Power Washing. Two games of note. It's Delta heading up to Eastbrook, the number one team in Class 2A. They are tied at halftime. It is 20 apiece. It was a high-scoring affair and back and forth. Really good game as they're about ready to start the second half of play. Tri-Central has an early 7-0 lead over the West Hill Warriors. Those are the two games of action as we speak. At MJ's Mobile Detailing and Power Washing, let them make taking care of your car simple. We all struggle with trying to juggle work, kids, and life. Let MJ's Mobile Detailing come to you while you work and clean your vehicle from top to bottom. MJ's Mobile Detailing is a proud supporter of Delaware County sports. We'll take one more break, come back for the start of the second half as Yorktown leads 28-0 over Muncie Central. That's next on Muncie Sports Station.
Hey, whenever you need your car fixed, go to Jones Auto Body. That's a choice you need to make. Their experience and expertise will help you diagnose what is going on with your car. They'll get the problem fixed and you back on the road again. If your car is looking a little rough, they'll fix paint chip, collision repair, dents, alignment, Jones Auto Body can help. Visit them off Memorial Avenue or give J.R. Fannin and his staff a call at 284-2593 to get started.
Jones Auto Body. Now you've got the leader on your side. Quality work since 1906. Sheriff Goslin Roofing.
Hi, this is Pete Dahl with Sheriff Goslin Roofing. Sheriff Goslin has been serving East Central Indiana for generations. As always, we offer financing for those who qualify. So if you need Sheriff Goslin Roofing, remember to call Pete Dahl, y'all.
Quality work since 1906. Sheriff Goslin Roofing. WorryFreeRoof.com.
I'm attorney Mitch Pippin. Maybe you've heard some of my commercials in the past and wondered, who is this guy? Well, I graduated from Delta High School in 1988 and Ball State in 1992. After graduating from law school just 3 years later, I've represented over 1,000 folks with their injury claims. I've done so with great success, 0 disciplinary complaints, and an A-plus Better Business Bureau rating. If you've been injured and need help in dealing with the insurance company, call me at 282-0282 or visit MitchPippinLaw.com.
It's the biggest pizza you'll ever see. The Mammoth at Mancino's Pizza and Grinders in Muncie. 24 inches of pizza perfection. Fully customizable to satisfy even the most picky of taste. In fact, it's so big, you need to invite the whole family just to finish it. We're talking your cousins, maybe even your neighbor, that guy who cuts your lawns, your son's entire Little League Baseball club. Point is, it's a team effort. So get the Mammoth Pizza tonight at Mancino's Pizza and Grinders in Muncie on Bethel in front of Rural King.
You're listening to Delaware County High School football on Muncie's Sports Station.
Thanks for listening to the Mancino's in Muncie Halftime Show. The full meal report is available at Mancino's in Muncie. A pizza or grinder finished off with a Visit Exports Sweet Shop. Come in or pick up if you're on the go. Mancino's in Muncie on Bethel Avenue, a passionate supporter of high school sports in our community. We'll take 10 seconds for station identification right here on Muncie Sports Station.
Muncie's Sports Station, WXFN.
It's okay. But if you can establish your offense and have a good, solid half, at least that leaves a good taste in your mouth when you get on the bus to go back to the school, right? And so you're getting ready for next week, and you've got some things corrected from the mistakes that were made in that first half.
Last year, there were only 3 games of which Shaka Griffin did not reach the 100-yard mark. One was in the opener last year where he just mustered 45 yards against a stingy Delta Eagles defensive unit, and tonight Yorktown's displaying one of their own as their edge outside linebackers have been absolutely fantastic tonight. They'll kick away to Muncie Central to start here in the third quarter, leading 28-0. Joey Hazen will kick away, and back deep to receive Damar Woods-Haskins, but it's been the up man, Michael Gross, who's gotten 2 opportunities in the kick return game here as of late. We are completely under lights here at Yorktown High School on what has been senior night, the opening home game of the year, senior night, with the uncertainty of what we see going forward with this 2020 high school football season. Joey Hazen, right hand into the air. He walks, he trots, and gets his right foot in, chop kick. Near side, it's Landon Pointer picking it up off the turf, and he is knocked as he gets across the 30-yard line down to the 32. Took quite a shot, did Landon Pointer, and that's where Max Pittman in the offense for Muncie Central will start drive number 1 here in the second half.
Good coverage by Yorktown special teams there. Really good.
Shaka Griffin averaged 25 carries a game last year. Just tonight, only 2 carries to speak of. We'll see if the philosophy shifts for Muncie Central as Max Pittman in the shotgun. There are 2 backs with Max Pittman. To the left of him is Griffin. To the right is Michael Gross. Snap taken. It's Gross on the carry. He'll get out left. The speedy wide receiver out of a shoelace tackle 35. Redirects inside 40. Spins around near the marker and gets 11 on first down. There's the speed for Michael Gross, and it's a first down carry for Muncie Central, their first of the game.
Real good start. Real good start. Another great run, too. He's got some quickness as well.
He does. Michael Gross a year ago, 10 rushes, 38 yards, and has slimmed down a bit. A guy that they like to get in the open field. They want Gross, Lowe, and Damar Woods-Haskins to get opportunities in that regard. Shaka Griffin and Gross back with Pittman in the gun. 3 wide receivers. As the ball rests at the 44 of Muncie Central. Here's the give to Gross again. He weaves through traffic and upended near the 49-yard line. That's about 5, 2 carries and positive yardage as Muncie Central approaches midfield here, Rob Fisher.
It's a very good start. This is what we've been talking about.
Last year, Muncie Central 203 yards per game on the ground, just 43 passing yards, and averaged 16 points per game. They have elected for a lot of aerial attack tonight that has not been successful, but this is a great start on the first drive here in the second half. At their own 49, double backs with Max Pittman. To the left of him, Griffin. They'll give it back to Gross again. He's been hot. Gets out of a tackle. He's into Yorktown territory across the 45, down to the 44. Michael Gross, 3 carries, and on the Yorktown side of the field. He's been a tough guy to bring down.
Grant Doherty on the tackle.
Gross also playing on the defensive side of the ball, but they're certainly establishing the run. It's not Griffin, but Michael Gross getting it done. Right?
And whatever works, that's 2 first downs that they didn't have in the first half, right?
3 wide receivers, 2 to the right, 1 to the left. It's Griffin to the left to Pittman. Right of him again is Michael Gross. Snap, Pittman to Michael Gross across the 45. Tumbles ahead with his offensive lineman down where the pile is around the 41-yard line. Give him 5.
J.J. Evans on the tackle.
Max Pittman went quickly to the far side sideline, but it looks like Muncie Central's running attack starting to get a bit of rhythm here. This is something a week ago Anderson could not do, even in the third and fourth quarters. This has been the most sustained drive all night long for Muncie Central, and really the most sustained drive Yorktown's been giving up all year long. Here's Shaka Griffin for an opportunity, right-hand side, and J.J. Evans slams the door. Right at the line of scrimmage, Evans may have gotten that tackle for loss. He came from the near side defensive end spot to the far side of the field to make the play. That's range for the 6'5 defensive end.
Yeah, Bearcats tried to get the Tigers to bite on that fake to Gross, and they had no part of it, and we're waiting on Griffin.
Officially no gain on the carry there. It is now 3rd down and about 10 or so. At the 45 of Yorktown, might have been a loss of a couple or 3. Double backs with Pittman in the shotgun. Pittman takes the snap, looks to throw. Looks right, pumps, throws right. He throws it short, almost intercepted by Colton Nanko. He was tracking it the whole way through it short, and it almost ended up being Michael Wall having to play defense on the football, and that is incomplete, and a 4th down comes up here for Muncie Central. Let's see what they do.
Well, we have to think this is 4-down territory. We'll see what happens here.
Looks like they're going to bring in the punting unit
right.
at the 45 of Yorktown. And so Alex Gibson will have an opportunity here. Chase Beck had many opportunities in the first half. Hey, positive momentum there.
Oh, definitely.
But not quite the result they wanted as they get stalled just as they enter Yorktown territory. Chase Beck standing at his own 41. Snap. It's high. It goes over Beck's head. He tries to track it down, then falls on it. The ball is still loose on the ground, and Beck gets on it at the 26-yard line of their own. A big miscue, and Yorktown set up again here, Rob Fisher.
Oh, it's just got to be so frustrating for Coach Lee. That was a really good positive possession. I thought the offensive line did a great job, and then to have a bad snap to put Yorktown in a great situation again.
8:37 left in the third, and Yorktown with the score here could put it into running clock territory as they start at the Muncie Central 26, and J.J. Evans was not in the game for the later part of the second quarter, didn't need to be, and he's back in. Blair Webster, I formation, takes the snap right back to Evans. Right-hand side, lowers that shoulder, and that was a physical collision as he went across the 25 down to the 23, and the man he ran into, Landon Pointer, took a heavy hit there.
Good pursuit by the Bearcat defense there.
That's a nice senior to freshman welcome into varsity high school football.
Somebody hurt
Pointer,
there.
yeah, that is Pointer as he's holding his left leg, and he tried to get off the field under his own power and then hits the deck as the training staff for Yorktown will come to help, and then Muncie Central's will as well. So Landon Pointer on the turf after it looked like J.J. Evans ran into him, and it was a physical collision.
For more than 35 years, online and through our branch office locations, Ruoff Mortgage has helped people discover, finance, and move into their homes with confidence. From the moment you send in an application to the day you get the keys, Ruoff keeps things moving exceptionally fast. By sharing knowledge and professional guidance, Ruoff Mortgage helps people see the potential and excitement in the homeownership experience. Visit one of our convenient branch locations or get started online at ruoff.com.
Sparks Computerized Car Care on West Bethel Avenue in Muncie is your complete auto service and maintenance shop in Muncie. Family owned and operated since 1990 with over 100 years of combined experience. Standard maintenance, tire service, brake repair, engine, transmission, and more. Sparks Computerized Car Care will take care of you bumper to bumper. Schedule an appointment online at sparksauto.net. That's sparksauto.net. Sparks Computerized Car Care in Muncie.
Has a conversation with the training staff and limps off the field. Both sides.
He rolled his ankle, I think.
Landon Pointer to the far side sidelines after J.J. Evans' 4-yard first down carry. 2nd and 6 at the 23 coming up. Evans now up to 15 carries, which is one more than he had a week ago. 65 yards so far on the ground, 2 rushing touchdowns earlier in the contest for J.J. Evans. Wide receiver to the left, 1 to the right. It's Blair Webster on this 2nd down. The blocker in front of Evans will be Jack Stinson. Snap taken. Give to J.J. Evans. He gets through traffic. Almost got loose and upended around the 10-yard line, around the 9. But let's wait on this flag right here. It's holding on Yorktown. He got a nice lift from that hold, because it looked like Evans was on his way to the end zone, but illegally so. Seventh penalty for Yorktown on the night. It's a 10-yard holding penalty that got Evans loose. Evans had a 39-yarder a week ago. That was his longest of the game, but most of his runs a week ago were in the variety of 7 to 11 yards.
Once again, that's just one of those things that happen where a coach goes, oh.
So starting now, it's 2nd and about 16. Here's Webster, left-hand side. Evans gets through the hole on the left side, upended again across the 25 down to the 23.
Pickup of 8.
Give him about 8 on the carry, and a 3rd down will come up here. That certainly brings them back into a manageable situation, and I would imagine in 4-down territory as well. They huddle near the 30-yard line. When Evans has been in the game, it's been hard to not give the ball to the big 6'5" senior. Offset eye left, it's Jack Stinson who will be the blocker for him. 2 wide receivers, Webster under center. Takes the snap, gives right-hand side. Evans patient, then slips through a small crease and tiptoes down to the 15-yard line. Should be enough for a 1st down. It is hard to find a 6'5" guy that moves that well on the balls of his feet.
Absolutely.
It'll move the chains. 1st down for Yorktown at the 15-yard line, and that time, as coaches will tell you, J.J. Evans had to get skinny getting through a small crease. 1st and 10 at the 15-yard line of Muncie Central. 7:03 left in the 3rd. Yorktown leads 28-0. Sophomore Blair Webster takes the snap. Give left-hand side. Evans going to muscle his way for space and finds his way with power across the 10. Down to the 9-yard line for 5. In 5, 6, 7 yards, they'll take that with J.J. Evans. 13 yards away from back-to-back 100-yard games to start his senior season.
This is what you like, too. 2nd, manageable. You can gamble a little bit here and still have another manageable 3rd down play.
2nd and 4th and 9 of Muncie Central. Offset eye left. They'll give J.J. Evans it left. He'll muscle across the left side of the line. Tumble. Did he get in? Nope. Down at the 1-yard line. 8.5 for J.J. Evans on that carry. And they'll try it again for a 3rd and goal right here. Oh, actually 1st and goal, excuse me. He got the 1st down. He had an opportunity to get that right before he scored. Yorktown quick to the line. Webster, snap, Give to Evans. He walks in left-hand side. Touchdown for J.J. Evans. It is his third of the day, and Yorktown now leads 34-0. 5:48 left in the third.
Well, he did all the work getting them there. He might as well finish it, right?
Back-to-back starts of 3 touchdown days. He had 2 early in the first quarter, and now 1 here in the third. Last week, 103 yards and 3 touchdowns. What a start to the season for J.J. Evans. Joey Hazen for the extra point. Snap down, kick is up, and it is through. We are in running clock territory as Yorktown leads 35-0. 5:48 in the third. We're back right after this here on Muncie Sports Station.
Our promise to find a safe vehicle for your kids, kept. Our promise to find a truck that can tow, kept. Our promise to find a flashy summer fun sports car, kept. At the all-new Greg Hubler Ford, when we make a promise, we keep it, including our low price promise.
And now get 1.9% financing for 60 months during the Ford Summer Sales Event.
The all-new Greg Hubler Ford. Promise kept.
I got a hunger burning inside me, satisfied by just one thing. So I run to the phone and dial the number for Pizza King. I'm gonna ring the king. The king delivers. I'm gonna ring the king. An incredibly delicious royal beef pizza on the best crust you ever tasted. Ring the king. Pizza King.
Auto Service isn't going to sell you a bunch of stuff you don't need for your car. Rather, they will educate you and let you make the decision on what's best. Tuffy Auto Service on McGalliard Road, just east of Wheeling Avenue. 5:48 left in the third, and Yorktown's gotten to the threshold. 35-0. We'll have a running clock the rest of the way here at Yorktown High School as the fans, the cheerleaders, and pretty much everybody here enjoying senior night here tonight. Rob Fisher, and it's awkward. Game one of your home schedule, and you do senior night, but obviously with the circumstances, celebratory all nonetheless.
The new normal, right?
It sure
the
is.
new normal.
So Joey Hazen will kick away, and once this ball is received, that's when that running clock will exist. Damar Woods-Haskins at his own 5-yard line will receive this kick. They really haven't been able to get Woods-Haskins involved in this contest as Yorktown on their way to 4 in a row in this series as Hazen kicks away. It angles to Michael Gross. He picked it up at the 18 across the 20.
Pursuit.
An excellent pursuit, just like Rob Fisher said. Tackle made by a pair of Yorktown return men. It was Grant Doherty who was the one who made the official stop, and the running clock is on.
And again, if you're the Bearcats, let's establish ourselves. Let's continue to do what we do best. Try to leave with a good taste in our mouth.
Max Pittman and crew still in the shotgun. This time a single back. It is Shaka Griffin. The double back set proved to be beneficial with Michael Gross getting some opportunities as Pittman gives to Shaka Griffin, who spins around traffic, tiptoes down to the 25, near the 26 in the middle of the formation. He got hit initially, and that's where that big frame comes into being. The junior, 195. He's 5'8". He's a load to bring down. And
yes, he is.
Division I schools taking a look at him, and I would think so after 1,600 yards in his sophomore season.
Yep.
Griffin's 4th carry of the day. 4 wide receivers on 2nd and 5 after that 5-yard run. Here's the quick pass from Pittman, finding Davion Ivey, and on the near side sideline, caught it at the 31, turned upfield down the sideline to the 33 where he stopped. It is a first down for Muncie Central's offense. That was a good timing throw and a comebacker looking for Davion Ivey, and a good ball for Pittman.
That might have been his best throw of the night right there.
Under 4 to play in the third as Muncie Central gets their first down of this drive at the 33 of their own. It is Max Pittman in the shotgun with Shaka Griffin. 2 wide to the right, 2 wide to the left. It is 3 down from Yorktown. John LaPrade on the outside looking to blitz. Snap taken. LaPrade drops. Pittman, long throw on the far side. Is it caught? No. Incomplete as the cornerback broke at the perfect time to break up the pass that was intended for Michael Lowe. It looked like that was Colton Nago. What a great play.
That was a great play. That was definitely another completion. If it wasn't for that play.
So incomplete on first, second down, and 10. They like Max Pittman. They understand. At the end of last year, Pittman, the sectional game against Greenfield Central, he threw for 130 yards and 2 touchdowns and rushed 1 in. Had a great end to last year, and they hope that would turn over. This is just a really good football team for Yorktown. As Michael Gross will get the carry here. They like his command. They like his leadership, and last year, he came in after let's see. Do we have a turnover here? No. No, it is Yorktown football. Yeah. Wow. It's Yorktown football. A fumble late by Michael Gross, and Yorktown will take over.
Somebody must have got a hand on it in that pile because I did not see it.
As the officials really... The lead official had to kind of get a ruling on that, wasn't sure, and they all agreed. So Yorktown football, 2:12 and counting in the third quarter, 35-0. They lead and looking to add to it as freshman Mason Moulton comes into the football game. We saw him earlier in the second quarter of play. He's under center with an offset eye left. The freshman Jalen Thomas in the backfield. They'll give it right to Thomas on first down as Thomas with speed to the 30. Far sideline trying to get out of a shoelace tackle. Gets out of one tackle and then lunges forward to the 25-yard line for about 7 or 8.
8-yard pickup brings up second down.
Thomas is just a special kid. They are just excited for the future. It's hard not to talk about the future with a performance that he had last week.
And rightly so. Very impressive.
And it'll just be interesting. It's not, not one of those things that you want to look too far ahead, but in looking ahead to week 4, this offense has really molded similar to what Delta does. As here's Thomas again, and this time not going very far, very close to a horse collar tackle, and that is Landon Pointer back in the football game making the stop on Jalen Thomas. Hard to bring him down in the open field. It is a 2-yard loss for freshman Jalen Thomas. But I'd just be interested in week 4 between these two as Delta brings 6 or 7 guys out of the backfield. Yorktown can kind of match that, and they're starting to have more and more confidence in their quarterbacks. That's going to be really interesting between those two in week 4. And that's not that far away.
Nope.
3rd and 6 now at the 29-yard line of Muncie Central. Offset eye left. Snap taken from Moulton. Pitch outside. Thomas has space. He cuts inside to the 25. Still on his feet as he gets close to the 20, a yard short at the 21. There is a flag and a definite hold that got Thomas loose there. Yeah. And with the delay here, it might expire the third quarter clock. Actually, they're going to stop it with the penalty at 16 seconds. Hold on Yorktown. It'll back them up 10.
The call is holding against the Tigers.
And now the clock starts again, and that may be the final play here in the third quarter. Yorktown up 35-0. They're walking to the sideline content, heading to the fourth quarter as they lead 35-0. 5 scores, and we're back for the fourth right after this.
It's the biggest.
Gaddis Chrysler Dodge Jeep and Ram of Muncie is your new and used vehicle dealer in Muncie. Drive the stylish and roomy 2020 Jeep Grand Cherokee Altitude with 4-wheel drive. The 2020 Ram 2500 Laramie Crew Cab has a 6.7-liter i6 engine to get the job done. And the customizable 2020 Ram 1500 and Ram 2500 for any size workload. Gaddis Chrysler Dodge Jeep and Ram is on the corner of Centennial and Wheeling in Muncie. And browse the entire inventory at BillGaddisChrysler.com.
For more than 35 years, online and through our branch office locations, Ruoff Mortgage has helped people discover, finance, and move into their homes with confidence. From the moment you send in an application to the day you get the keys, Ruoff keeps things moving exceptionally fast. By sharing knowledge and professional guidance, Ruoff Mortgage helps people see the potential and excitement in the homeownership experience. Visit one of our convenient branch locations or get started online at ruoff.com.
Detailing and pressure washing, let them make taking care of your car simple. We all struggle with trying to juggle work, kids, and life. Let MJ's Mobile Detailing come to you while you are at work and clean your car from top to bottom. MJ's Mobile Detailing, a proud supporter of all Delaware County athletes this year. As we head to the fourth, Yorktown up 35-0 in a running clock situation. They have the football, and the script's been the same. And we talked about this last week in a one-game situation, Rob Fisher, but in this game, it's amazing when you completely transform your schematics, and this is not just offensively, which is the most drastic change from a spread offensive look to a rushing offense power run. They did so defensively, and both have just executed to the point of what they've done over these past 2 weeks as we head into the fourth, 35-0. Justin Wales moves outside as Mason Moulton drops back, dumps it off. This is Jalen Thomas spinning around tackles, and across the 40, he'll tumble down around the 36-yard line. But execution when you're changing schematically, and a lot of these key contributors used to that spread look offensively.
Yeah, I think he's changed things to suit his personnel, to what he has, and that's what good coaches do. I'm very impressed.
It's amazing because you think about it, NFL, the system is the system. You fit players to fit your system. In college, same deal. You recruit your own players. Here in high school, you are given the personnel. Right. And a lot of coaches around this way, we've seen a lot of guys move from the wing T over to a spread look. I mean, that's how drastic it gets. And this is as drastic a change as you could probably have offensively as Mason Moulton play fake. Rolling right, he's chased by Landon Pointer, throws downfield. Got Carter Lovelace into the end zone. Oh, he caught it at the 10, turned it upfield. Touchdown. Let's wait on this flag, though. That's Mason Moulton off his back foot, rolling to the right. It is coming back. Oh, goodness. Man, let's talk about the play it could have been, because that's a freshman making that play, by the way.
Off of 1 foot. On the run, off of 1 foot.
Oh, goodness.
Moulton's pass was complete to Lovelace.
It will be all for naught with this penalty that helped Moulton get loose, but, it matters, but it doesn't matter because that's the future right there.
Yeah.
And they're excited about that young man in basketball. He is just a flat-out athlete. And he's the second quarterback of the two. We talked a lot about Blair Webster and his impressive starts to the year as well.
Well, that's what I was getting ready to say. Can he keep getting any playing time? Because you've got a sophomore playing in front of him.
Man. And let's see here. Yorktown's going to take a timeout here to try to get their legs under them. 35-0, they lead. And that play by freshman Mason Moulton. Oh, man, that was impressive. And that was Carter Lovelace, who last week had a 26-yard reception. He played in place of Walker Moore there. And this is a fourth down play, and it's going to force a punt as they had offensive personnel on the field thinking about what they might do. And now Walker Moore is going to come in to punt here for the Yorktown Tigers.
Getting back to what you were saying about Coach Wilhelm and the change of schemes offensively and defensively, for me, I've always thought that a coach, that's how the great coaches earn their salt. That's where you're able to adjust to the personnel that you have and make those changes and still be a winning program. And that's the culture here. That's why he's been here 16 years. And again, to me, that's a sign of a good coach when you can adjust to the people that you have and still make them very successful.
At home you would think, hey, the snap is the snap and the timing is the timing regardless of scheme, and it just comes down to executing the scheme. But the timing of a running play, offensive linemen get off a little bit quicker to attack on a running play when they're run blocking compared to pass blocking. And when you switch that focus, you had the luxury of having Riley Neal and Reed Neal, and before him, Brogan Miller, right in the smack dab middle of the two.
Right.
and you were a passing spread offensive look. And while the numbers show that you were predominantly run even in those years, a lot of those came from the quarterback run. So it's Walker Moore standing at his own 39-yard line, getting this away. Demarion Walker will be one of the men back deep, along with Damar Woods-Haskins. It's Walker Moore getting the snap, gets it away. It's a good punt. Another good one. Damar picks it up at the 15, near side 20. He gets out of a shoelace tackle, tries to cut through traffic, and could not do so. Tracked down at the 24-yard line. And that's where Muncie Central will take over, trailing 35-0, and by the time they snap the football, it'll be under 10 minutes to play in the game.
Jalen Thomas on the tackle.
Let's see if they can continue to... This has been a pretty positive half, by and large, for the Bearcats here. Let's see if they can continue to find their identity. You know, getting to Pittman, you were talking about him and how much they're excited about him. He does have a good arm. There's no question he's got some giddy up on his throws.
There's no doubt. There is absolutely no doubt. Max Pittman, 1st and 10 at their own 24-yard line. Two backs with him in the gun, 3 wide receivers. Pittman will take the snap, look to throw, get it out quick to Michael Lowe, who caught it at the 29-yard line and pushed back immediately. Colton Nanko made the stick and drove Lowe out of bounds after a gain of just about 3 or 4. This gets in the territory, Rob, where you're starting to get some confidence going into next week. Don't you
definitely.
think?
Oh, absolutely. That's why I say let's leave this field with a good taste in our mouth so we can get ready for next week.
Yeah, I would. This would be the time you get some consistency with Shaka Griffin, you would think. Fake to Griffin underneath, it's Gross, slipping through traffic right in the middle of the formation. Across the 35, down to the 37, he'll get the first down. Michael Gross has had some good moments here
Absolutely.
In the second half. And Muncie Central, very winnable game next week against Anderson.
Oh, yeah.
And they'll have Anderson at home as well. That'll be a battle of two teams that really just haven't gotten their feet under them yet. And the one that can escape that, last year, Anderson reeled off a couple in a row after beating Central. And then, Central, after losing to Anderson, lost a very close game to Richmond. Here's Shaka Griffin on the carry, across the 40, down to the 41 for about 3 or 4. That makes a real difference. And, you look at the winnable games on your schedule, and for Central, you just want to get a win under you.
Yeah.
Back-to-back weeks, Anderson and at Richmond, both of those, that's the territory of where you're trying to get win number 1 of the year.
Exactly. I think they've got a good shot at that next week. I really do.
1st and 10, or second and 7, I should say, at the 41 of their own. Shotgun look, 3 wide receivers. Pittman fake to Griffin. Underneath, it's Gross. Got his feet under him. He slaps the ground as he hits the ground, because if he stayed on his feet and got through traffic, that could have been dangerous.
Yep.
4 yards to the 45-yard line for Michael Gross.
He's at 38 yards. That's all this half.
And that was his entirety of production a year ago in 10 games. 10 rushes, 38 yards a year ago. 3rd and 2 at their own 45. Low snap, Pittman reels it in and gives ahead to Gross. Trying to get to the 48-yard line, will be at least a yard short, maybe more. And so setting up a 4th down, under 7 minutes to play in the contest. They thought Michael Gross could surprise this year, and at least in the second half, you see his athletic ability. The junior has been in 2-back sets for the majority here in the second half, and it's good to have options, and that's what they wanted. And last year, Mikey Gould, the senior last year, had a couple of big games, but overall it was a lot of Shaka Griffin. Here's Pittman on 4th down. It's right ahead of Griffin. He's ahead 40, 35-30, down the sideline 25-20. Stiff arms the defender, tiptoes at the 15 and out of bounds at the 14-yard line. Hello, Shaka Griffin.
There it is, right?
That is his big play ability right there. 40 yards on the carry for Shaka Griffin.
40-yard carry by Griffin.
His 6th carry of the day.
That's a solid 1-2 punch they've got there, Mark.
Well, and for a big man, he can really move. Here's Pittman ahead on first down. They're going to give it to the hot hand, Griffin. He took a low shot as he moved across the 15, down to the 13-yard line. But that's the ability that's getting attention. And you wonder if keeping him fresh is part of the reason for the limited amount of carries. But, you know, that's the type of big play that you want to see going into next week.
Yeah. I like the fact they keep running them both back there, too.
2nd and 8 at the 14 of Yorktown. Double backs with Pittman in the gun. Pittman, quick throw over the middle. It's tipped in the air, almost intercepted. A hot throw looking for Damar Woods-Haskins in the middle of the formation. An almost one-handed catch by Adam Morrow, but it skipped by him. Now a 3rd down and 8 at the Yorktown 14. Under 5 to go. Yorktown leads 35-0. And now what do we have? Officials calling.
It's been equipment, maybe?
Let's see.
Timeout, Muncie Central.
It's Muncie Central timeout as they think about this 3rd down play, and this is situational now. Actually, no, it's an official's timeout as an offensive lineman comes off the field for Muncie Central. It's Riley White, who is their right tackle, so they'll make some substitutions here.
Blood situation, maybe.
Kayvon Batchworth's coming into the game in place of Riley White.
There could be sometimes the officials, you know, part of their responsibility is if there's a possible sign of a concussion to get that kid off the field. So they are definitely addressing him over on the sideline.
So here's Max Pittman in the shotgun on the 3rd and 8. Double backs with him, 3 wide receivers. Snap taken on 3rd down. Looking left, and he doesn't have a chance to get it loose. A man comes in and completely slams him to the ground. It's a sack for Yorktown's Cameron Bennett.
Big hit. That was a big hit.
He came just about untouched, or may have just run over his defender. That came over the right side, and there was a new right tackle into the game. That might have been a factor there. What a sack for Cameron Bennett, his first of the year, and the first sack for Yorktown this evening. Now a 4th down and 15. Under 4 to play. Pittman will take the snap. Looks left again. Double move looking for Michael Lowe, and he can't get there. And, late flag. A late flag. The cornerback may have held him up. It looks like over there, it might have been DJ Green. Let's wait and see.
Pittman's pass incomplete to Michael Lowe.
We'll wait on this penalty. 3:21 and counting. Pass interference on the Yorktown defense. We knew that result there. And it just depends on where the football will rest. It'll rest at the 10-yard line. And that's where Muncie Central will have an opportunity here for another 4th down play. Pittman was looking left and going to throw that way, but it was really a good route by Michael Lowe, and he forced the cornerback to hold him up. 4th down and 6 at the 11 of Yorktown. Pittman takes the snap, gives left. This is Michael Gross, a good block that gets him to the edge, cuts inside, looking for the pylon. Let's see. He's out of bounds at the 1-yard line, but a 1st down for Michael Gross.
Nope, he's in. They gave it to him.
They gave him the touchdown. Let's see. Yep, touchdown. Touchdown, Michael Gross at 35-6, 2:33 to play in the contest. Michael Gross, who's carried a heavy load here in the second half, gets the first touchdown of the year for the Muncie Central Bearcats. So 35-6. It'll be Stephen Lovell to come in the game. The senior will try the extra points. Or maybe Max Pittman's going to come in the game for a 2-point try. It looks like that's the case. It's Pittman and Shaka Griffin, and now we have a late man coming on the field. I don't know if Muncie Central would want to take a timeout here. Oh, they're going to stick with it. 7-6 on the play clock. Pittman over the left side, Griffin. And there was a penalty before
flag on the play.
The run. Let's see. It's an illegal substitution on the Yorktown Tigers. So a little bit closer, and they'll get another opportunity at the two-point try as the Yorktown coach is going back to the sidelines here that were up on top of the press box. Pittman on an I formation. Deep back is Shaka Griffin. Pittman over the left side. Griffin maneuvering his way into the end zone for the two-point try. That is successful, and so Muncie Central down 35-8. They'll kick on back to the Yorktown Tigers. We'll take a break with them here on Muncie Sports Station.
Our promise to find a safe vehicle for your kids, kept. Our promise to find a truck that can tow, kept. Our promise to find a flashy summer fun sports car, kept. At the all-new Greg Hubler Ford, when we make a promise, we keep it, including our low price promise.
And now get 1.9% financing for 60 months during the Ford Summer Sales Event.
The all-new Greg Hubler Ford. Promise kept.
I got a hunger burning inside me, satisfied by just one thing. So I run to the phone and dial the number for Pizza King. I'm gonna ring the king. King delivers. I'm gonna ring the king. An incredibly delicious royal feast pizza on the best crust you ever tasted. Ring the king. Pizza King.
Available at Mancino's in Muncie. Your favorite pizza grinder finished off with a visit next door to the sweet shop. Come in or pick up if you're on the go. Mancino's in Muncie on Bethel Avenue, a passionate supporter of high school sports in our community, as Yorktown leads 35-0 over the Muncie Central Bearcats. 2:33 to play. We are in a running clock situation, and so the rest of this game will go quickly if Muncie Central kicks off normally here, Rob Fisher. But that was a good way to get a score and get some positivity there.
And that's kind of what we were talking about. Let's, finish this thing as best as we can, eliminate the mistakes, leave a good taste in our mouth, and let's get on to next week, and I think they've done that. Michael Gross has had a great half.
Michael Gross had the volume of carries, but it was the big 40-yard run from Shaka Griffin as he had his biggest run of the day that set up the score.
Josh Werner is the deep man to accept the kick.
Kicking away for Muncie Central will be Mason Witten. Witten has the ball fall off the tee, so he'll go right back to it to put it securely there. It's been a beautiful night for football. There's some moments earlier in the day where we weren't quite sure at least what the early parts were going to be, but goodness gracious, it's been absolutely perfect for late August high school football. Mason Witten to kick away. The right hand is in the air, approaches and gets away. It's a very short kick as a Yorktown player slides underneath to make the grab. It is R.J. Bauer, and Yorktown will take over with 2:19 and counting in the game. Just a few plays, and this one will be in the books for Yorktown. An opportunity for Yorktown here to have a fourth straight season starting 2-0. Hey. Well, I mean, what better can you do than have two victories like that? That's pretty impressive.
That's culture. That's
I formation. I formation look, deep back. Looks like it's Green. And the snap, the give to Green from Moulton. Not a whole lot there. Might have pushed the pile ahead to the 35-yard line for one. As things slow down, and just two plays will separate us from the end of the contest as Yorktown completely dominated the course of this football game once again tonight. The script very, very similar from their opening week game, and it looked like the experience won out of playing week one as well as Yorktown was able to get off to that quick start. High formation again on second down and about 8. Moulton to the belly of Green. He redirects, finds his way across the 35, down to around the 37-yard line, and one more play, and that should do it.
Ewing on the carry, picked up of a couple yards.
I'm sorry, that is not DJ Green. That is
Ewing.
Aiden Ewing, who is also a freshman. Jalen Thomas and Aiden Ewing, both freshmen, who have been able to get some carries. And, you get opportunities at this point to get guys who normally wouldn't get those touches to get some experience there. Mason Moulton, the freshman. Deep back, Aiden Ewing, a freshman as well. Snap taken from Moulton, right back to Ewing, right-hand side, and maneuvers his way just a tad short of the 40, down to the 39, and that should do it here at Yorktown High School. For the fourth straight year, the Yorktown Tigers are 2-0 to begin a season. In 2020, their matchup with Muncie Central goes their way again. 35-8, they defeat Muncie Central. When we return, the Walls Furniture post-game show. That's next here on Muncie Sports Station.
Hi, I'm Matt Wolfert, president of the IHSAA Foundation. Lots of high school athletes here in Indiana have gone on to become collegiate All-Americans. A few of them have even turned pro. But participating in high school sports has helped virtually every high school athlete become a good American. That's because playing high school sports teaches life lessons like the importance of persistence, teamwork, tenacity, preparation, and hard work. The IHSAA Foundation was created to help high school administrators and coaches become more effective role models and teachers, emphasizing values that will help their players become better athletes, better representatives of their community, and better Americans. To learn more or to make a tax-deductible contribution, go to ihsaafoundation.org. You'll not only be contributing to the foundation of the IHSAA, you'll be contributing to the foundation of our community.
Sparks Computerized Car Care on West Bethel Avenue in Muncie is your complete auto service and maintenance shop in Muncie. Family owned and operated since 1990 with over 100 years of combined experience. Standard maintenance, tire service, brake repair, engine, transmission, and more. Sparks Computerized Car Care will take care of you bumper to bumper. Schedule an appointment online at sparksauto.net. That's sparksauto.net. Sparks Computerized Car Care in Muncie.
For more than 35 years, online and through our branch office locations, Ruoff Mortgage has helped people discover, finance, and move into their homes with confidence. From the moment you send in an application to the day you get the keys, Ruoff keeps things moving exceptionally fast. By sharing knowledge and professional guidance, Ruoff Mortgage helps people see the potential and excitement in the homeownership experience. Visit one of our convenient branch locations or get started online at ruoff.com.
Gaddis Chrysler Dodge Jeep and Ram of Muncie is your new and used vehicle dealer in Muncie. Drive the stylish and roomy 2020 Jeep Grand Cherokee Altitude with 4-wheel drive. The 2020 Ram 2500 Laramie Crew Cab has a 6.7-liter i6 engine to get the job done. And the customizable 2020 Ram 1500 and Ram 2500 for any size workload. Gaddis Chrysler Dodge Jeep and Ram is on the corner of Centennial and Wheeling in Muncie. And browse the entire inventory at BillGaddisChrysler.com.
I got a hunger burning inside me, satisfied by just one thing. So I run to the phone and dial the number for Pizza King. I'm gonna ring the king. The king delivers. I'm gonna ring the king. An incredibly delicious royal feast pizza on the best crust you ever tasted. Ring the king. Pizza King.
Our promise to find a safe vehicle for your kids, kept. Our promise to find a truck that can tow, kept. Our promise to find a flashy summer fun sports car, kept. At the all-new Greg Hubler Ford, when we make a promise, we keep it, including our low price promise.
And now get 1.9% financing for 60 months during the Ford Summer Sales Event.
The all-new Greg Hubler Ford. Promise kept.
That Muncie Central did not have a game last week. That was part of it, but there's still a lot of execution problems in that first half for Muncie Central, but much better in the second half.
much better in the second half, no doubt about it. J.J. Evans in the first half, 3 touchdowns, really had just a fantastic overall game, just a tad short of 100 yards tonight, but 6 touchdowns through 2 weeks. They're really riding that heavy hand, right around 15 carries tonight, 14 a week ago.
And again, like we said,
Rob Fisher, if you identify the final statistics brought to you by First County Federal Credit Union.
Okay, for Muncie Central, let's take a look at our passing first. Senior Max Pittman ended up 8 of 17 for 26 yards. He had that 1 interception in the first half. On the ground for the Bearcats, Shaka Griffin, a great second half, 50 yards in the second half. He ended up with 7 carries and 51 yards. Michael Gross, who had an outstanding, as we talked about, an outstanding second half. He had 10 carries for 51 yards and scored that Bearcat touchdown in the fourth quarter. Quarterback Max Pittman had that run at the end of the half for 15 yards. And DeMars Woods Haskins had that 1 carry for a 3-yard loss. For the victorious Yorktown Tigers, passing game, sophomore Blair Webster, 2 for 4. He had 57 yards and had the 1 touchdown pass. Mason Moulton, we had him 1 for 2 for 2 yards. The rushing game for the Tigers, senior J.J. Evans, 20 carries, 96 yards, and as Mark said, he had 3 touchdowns. Freshman Jalen Thomas, we had him for 5 carries and 17 yards. Jack Stinson had a carry for 6 yards. Alex Gibson had a carry for 6 yards. Justin Wales had 2 carries for 19 yards. And we had Aiden Ewing at the end of the game had 2 carries for 6 yards. One thing I know that, and we talked about this a few times through the game too, that Coach Wilhelm is going to address, I'm sure. We had Yorktown for 10 penalties and for 80 yards, where Central cleaned it up in the second half. They had 6 at the half, and they had no penalties in the second half.
A credit union is a member-owned financial cooperative existing for the good of its members. Your deposits are loaned to your neighbors. Together, we strengthen the community. Experience what it's like to be a member. First County FCU, serving Delaware County. We'll continue on with the Walls Furniture post-game show right here on Muncie Sports Station.
Hi, this is David Cox, president of the Meeks Mortuary and Crematory. I've been in the service industry for 22 years, which means I've cared about this community for 22 years. That's something I don't take lightly. High school sports is an extremely important part of this community. Meeks Mortuary is a proud supporter of Delaware County high school sports. We believe being part of a team brings benefits to student athletes far beyond winning and losing. Have fun, but most importantly, compete with passion, character, and respect.
Hi, this is Karen Dahl with Caldwell Banker Real Estate Group in Muncie. If I had to come up with a philosophy that I follow in my business, it would be customer focused and performance driven. Happy clients are what make me happy. You need a real estate professional that will listen to you, understands the industry, and is positioned to stay ahead of the game. As a full service real estate professional, I can meet all of your needs. Whether you are buying or selling a property, I am your perfect partner. Remember, Karen Dahl and Caldwell Banker Real Estate Group, guiding you home.
It's the biggest pizza you'll ever see. The Mammoth at Mancino's Pizza and Grinders in Muncie. 24 inches of pizza perfection. Fully customizable to satisfy even the most picky of taste. In fact, it's so big, you need to invite the whole family just to finish it. We're talking your cousins, maybe even your neighbor, that guy who cuts your lawns, your son's entire Little League Baseball club. Point is, it's a team effort. So get the Mammoth Pizza tonight at Mancino's Pizza and Grinders in Muncie on Bethel in front of Rural King.
With all the changes going on with our new lifestyles, the one thing that hasn't changed at Albany Healthcare is the legacy of excellence that we offer to each of our residents. We are taking extra precautions, utilizing state-of-the-art personal protective equipment and screening all staff members for COVID-19 symptoms upon arrival. For this, we are seeing a positive impact and continue to remain COVID-19 free. The world around us is different right now, but the one thing that will never change is our dedication and compassion for our staff to your loved ones. For more information, call Albany Healthcare, 789-4423.
You're listening to Delaware County High School Football on Muncie's Sports Station.
Welcome back to the Muncie Sports Station post-game show brought to you by Walls Furniture. As we're joined in the post-game interview by winning head coach Mike Wilhelm of the Yorktown Tigers, 35-8. They win tonight. And Coach, you know, that quick start, it almost felt like the script felt very similar, minus the 2 turnovers that you had at Anderson last week. You talk about quick starts all the time. What really went into it? Hey, Coach, we're gonna give you the headset. We got a dead mic there, but we'll get it done. We'll get it done. All right, let's start that again. Quick start. That's called technical difficulties, Coach.
No problem. Oh, I can hear myself.
Go for it, Coach.
Yeah, you allowed me to get my breath back, actually. So great start, like you mentioned. That's what we needed to do tonight. That was our goal last week against Anderson, and I thought our guys came out ready to play. I thought our advantage was that we had played two competitive situations. They had not. And I thought we had that advantage. They had the advantage where we didn't know what they were going to do. And I thought our defense adjusted well.
Yeah, I was gonna ask about the defense, because I think that really translated hand in hand into some of those short fields that you got with some of those runs that they did almost opposite of what you thought. The box was loaded. They were trying to get outside on you. Some of the miscommunication on their side, but in the few times that they completed passes, again, just like last week, your edge communication and your edge pursuit was probably as good as you really wanted it, right?
Yeah, I mean, we didn't know what they would do, and for them to come out throwing the ball a little bit, we focused on Shaka Griffin the whole week, stopping Shaka, and for them to come out and throw the ball around the field there in the first quarter was a little bit surprising, but you're right, our corners are very explosive and locked it down on the outside.
Yeah, I mean, your speed defensively turned into that, and in short fields, and J.J. Evans got stronger as the game went on, and you gave him a heavy load there in the first quarter, and again got Jalen Thomas involved. The ability to have the multiple backs just provides so many different cases, and really, for us, it's checking who's in the backfield. I imagine defenses are doing the same thing because you've got so many guys to work through, right?
Oh, yeah, they're going to start focusing on J.J. They should be. That's our main guy. And to give him a rest, he plays both sides of the ball, plays a little special teams. For him to, Jalen's a great backup to come in and be a more speedy, shifty type running back and run some different plays that we don't run with JJ. So, yeah, JJ carried the load. I don't know how many yards he had tonight, but
96.
96. So we're going to continue to rely on him and throw the ball every once in a while and catch defenses off guard.
It's Yorktown head coach Mike Wilhelm with us on the Muncie Sports Station postgame show. Tonight they win 35-6 over the Muncie Central Bearcats, starting 2-0 for the fourth straight year. And Coach, I know you talk about a lot of different things, but in order to have that fourth straight year of a 2-0 start against two opponents that you really dictated, and this year even more so too, what types of things are you looking at as far as improvement down the road as well?
Yeah, great question. First of all, I didn't expect this score. I watching last year's game, we mentioned in the pregame, it was an all-out battle, and we expected a battle, and for us to do that well in the first half was awesome. I told our guys at halftime we played awesome for 19 minutes. We played poor for 5. That last 5 minutes of the second half was not good. We killed ourselves. We had penalties. They started blitzing a little bit. We couldn't handle it. That's what we need to improve on. Same thing happened last week. We fell apart in the second quarter. Last week, we didn't play well in the third. This week, we played great in the third. So we fixed that. Now we got to worry about the second quarter. We got to get in better shape. Very humid night, and I thought that it impacted us in the second quarter.
You have these two results, and now look to next week against New Palestine. Just different expectations. They played their first game this week, so you'll have some game tape on that one, so you're not going to be in a situation like you were this week. We're not quite knowing what they're going to do.
Yeah, I mean, new pal's new pal, and our goal is to play hard. We're going to run to the ball on defense. We're going to block to the whistle on offense. And regardless, if we can do that against the best teams in the state, we should be ready for the postseason.
Awesome work, Coach. It's Mike Wilhelm, the Yorktown football head coach. They win tonight 35-8 and get victory number 2 of the season. A 4-0 start. Thanks, Coach. Appreciate the time.
Appreciate it, you guys.
We're back for more on the postgame show, brought to you by Walls Furniture right here on Muncie Sports Station.
Sparks Computerized Car Care on West Bethel Avenue in Muncie is your complete auto service and maintenance shop in Muncie. Family owned and operated since 1990 with over 100 years of combined experience. Standard maintenance, tire service, brake repair, engine, transmission, and more. Sparks Computerized Car Care will take care of you bumper to bumper. Schedule an appointment online at sparksauto.net. That's sparksauto.net. Sparks Computerized Car Care in Muncie.